No, no, I still do, but it's I don't eat it from certain places. It's weird.
What's the chicken place that you're eating? What are you eating tonight?
Well, this is homemade.
Oh well. Oh, is that worse or better?
No, not that.
No, I know, but in front of them in the other room.
They don't stay in the other room.
Well, that's what I mean. Outside.
They have their own
on the other
place.
side of the wall.
They've got their own little place. Hey, James. All right, so I'm going to chew for a little bit so you guys can take it.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Yeah, it is. For Nesdall, it is. Live from New York. Live from Massachusetts. It's, Sunday morning.
It is Sunday morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technically, if you want to get technical, it's still nighttime, though.
Mm-hmm. How's everyone doing?
Dave, you still bachelor?
Yep, till tomorrow at 4:45.
Nice.
I go to pick her up at 3:30. She lands at 4:45, and everything will be back to normal. Yeah, I don't mind.
How's the dog doing?
She's acting well. She's sleeping here on the chair now, but she's been acting super weird. She's been howling like I've never heard her howl before. She howls. She's missing her mom.
You should have done a FaceTime. You should do a FaceTime with Desiree on.
I did all day today.
There you go.
It's I called her like 5 or 6 times today and yesterday too, which is it can be a bit weird. It's I don't know. It's a lot, but her dog needed to see her and hear her.
Yeah, I know.
And she's eating weird. She's not really eating normal.
You just wish you could tell them, assure them that everything's okay and that she'll be back.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Well, she can read your emotions, so as long as you're in a good mood, I think she'll understand.
Yeah. You want to say hello to some people?
Yeah, who we got?
Let's start from the very beginning. We have Islander Winder, Johnny Beane, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Fender Guru, Mad Dog, John Moronic, Todd Graff, Rob 212, Joe Hervey, Bobby Lopez. Who else we have? Ron Limber, R2R3 Locking Nut,
Mad Dog.
Yep, said Mad Dog. John Parson, James Gum, Will Dunham, Soda Pop,
and the rest.
Frank Corcoran. I'm almost there. Hardwood Steaks, Mike Heath, Matthew Stewart, Charlie S. And,
very nice.
And I think that's it at the moment. There might be more people that just haven't said hello. Thomas Santiago.
Hit those thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm about to hit it.
Yep.
There we go. David Ennis, John Bulware.
Bozique.
Hey, Bozique. John Bulwer asks, David Nesdall, do you keep records of your guitars, like serial number and what kind of guitars you have? I've seen it done with all my basses. Oh, I've done that with all my basses and stuff. Just asking, have a good one. Stay frosty. No, I don't do that because my stable keeps turning around. I have a revolving stable of guitars, and it's just not worth it for me. What I do have is renter's insurance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I take pictures of all the guitars, but and then I submit them. But it's not worth it to do
that'll cover most. I think that would usually cover it.
Yeah,
for most claims.
The big problem with doing that, though, everybody, is you can't sneak any more in.
Well, you can. You just have to take more photos.
Update it and let the insurance company see it.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because I tell the truth anyway. I don't tell the lady the truth about what I have and what I'm getting. Because if I don't, I'll get a whooping.
At this point, it's big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, does she know the exact number? Is she familiar with all of them?
She's really intelligent when it comes to that. She's got a great eye and notices everything. She notices everything. I think I have one more that I want to get at the moment. I want to get a Music Man Luke.
Yeah, you were saying
the L3. And I love the guitar. We'll see what happens.
There we go.
Nice.
There we
Man,
go.
that's a good looking piece of chicken, dude.
That's what it is right
Nice.
there.
What's on it? Salt, pepper, and what?
7 herbs and spices.
I don't know.
Man. Well, it looks good.
Something. And then you got the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Right there.
Looks
you said
good.
you said you were going to eat my dinner, so this one's yours.
Hang on, we got more questions already, so let's take care of this. Matthew Stewart asked Dave, "What do you think of the Nuno N4?" I think it's a great guitar. I've owned one of those in the past. I owned the custom shop Relic one. The only problem I had with it is I thought it was just at the time I was a lot bigger than I am now, and the guitar looked like a toy on me. But it was a wonderful guitar.
Is it a smaller scale?
It's not smaller scale, but the body is small, and
like a 7/8 or something.
Yeah, it's just the body is a lot smaller. The neck is I could probably put my hand around it twice. Because Nuno is a very small dude, so it looks normal on him, but on any normal size guy or bigger, it's very small. It's actually, I think, smaller than a Wolfgang. Bozique says he loves my collection. Thank you, Bozique. I appreciate it. James Gum, Dave, do you inspire me to order an AXN 84 replica? AXN, what is that? Oh, an AXN 84 replica. Okay. Steel big block last night for my non-striped white 5150 Lock Musicraft build. Awesome. Yeah, the steel big block is great, and I think Alien Nation has them, but they're a lot of money. He charges a lot of money for them.
What's AXN? Is that the company that?
Yeah,
that makes
company that makes the block, I believe. Rob 212 says he just got a brand new guitar this past Wednesday. It's a Jackson JS32 in turquoise, transparent. Oh no, is it TQ? I guess transparent quilt, transparent blue.
BL blue.
Yeah, but I think the TQ is transparent turquoise, transparent quilt. I think.
That probably, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, Soda Pop. The Nuno is not bigger than a Strat body. It's actually smaller. It's narrower, but it's super comfortable to play. That all access up at the top register in the back, super comfortable.
Now it's still Washburn that makes that, right?
Yes.
And now you were saying it's the third in the series, the 3 or what is it?
It's the N4.
N4, okay.
Yeah.
So is it like the fourth iteration of it, or?
I think so, because I know that when Nuno started working with Washburn, he started with an N2, and the very first
did he
one.
start with a design they already had, or?
Yeah, it's the same, pretty much the same.
From the ground up.
It's pretty much the same guitar as the N4. The only difference
is N for Nuno.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he did design it from the ground up.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think the only difference was the N2 had a upside down fender headstock, like a real real fender.
That's the one I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. The N4 has it kind of looks like a upside down fender headstock, but it's tilted back, and the ball of the headstock, like the Strat headstock type thing,
yep.
it's not a full ball like Fender. It's got that part. It's got like a little point on it somewhere, but it's still a great guitar. Really a great guitar.
Yeah, yeah. What does it have for? Is it a Floyd on it, or
it's a Floyd? Yeah,
license.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a real Floyd.
Oh.
Some of them he has floating, and some of them he has a block on the back so that it only goes downward. Avery's Guitar Stuff asks, do any of you own a Telecaster? Yes, there's one right there. It's a
I wanted to ask you about that. I don't know if
it's a 1953 Telecaster.
Is it a reissue or it's an
it's a real one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Real
What first year was 52 for them or 51?
49 really.
Oh, really? The
that's
Esquire,
right,
the
49. That's a
what was it?
broadcaster.
The Esquire, the broadcaster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I used to know that whole story of Fender and the.
Yeah, but I've seen Telecasters at the end of 1950. Well, I want to say 51. Like towards the end of 51, they started putting the Telecaster decal on. From 1950 to 1951, late 50 to 1951, Fender got sued by Gretsch, the Gretsch company, because the Gretsch company had a drum kit called the Broadcaster.
Yep.
And Fender lost that. So what they did was they took a scissor and clipped off the Broadcaster logo, and it just said Fender on the headstock for maybe 3/4 of a year or so.
No caster, right?
Right, and that's what a no caster is. Yeah.
And then when did the Esquire come in?
I believe 1950.
Was that more or less like the student model or the?
No, what was so cool about it is you could get it's one pickup and it's a different wiring altogether. It's still a 3-way switch, but it's wired a lot differently. And what Fender did back then is you bought the one pickup guitar, and for $15 upcharge, you can send your guitar back and they'll put the second pickup in for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
$15. Well, back then that was probably $50 back.
Oh
then.
yeah, or more. Back then, yeah, sure. I think back then, men and women, if they were working, they made $15 to $20 a week.
Right.
That was their salary. So $15 is a week's pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Soda Pop says he has an N3 with 2 Bill Lawrence pickups and a reverse headstock, all bird's eye maple neck. Man, that's gotta be a great guitar.
Yeah, I want to see some pictures of that.
Yeah, I'd like to see a photo of that. If you can put it in the Discord,
send it to Johnny, or
if you wanna send it to me via message on Facebook, please do that. The most famous Telecaster, Fender Guru. I would probably say. I mean, there's a lot of very
Springsteen.
Springsteen's Esquire. That's on the Born to Run record. That's a very famous one. I think that guitar is at the Met. It's part of the exhibit. Keith Richards' Micawber, super famous guitar.
A lot of country artists. I mean,
yeah. Roy Buchanan's Nancy is a 52 Telecaster that's super duper. Forget it. That guitar is probably
Chrissy Hind.
Huh?
Chrissy Hind.
Yeah, Chrissy Hind has a few tellies, but who else? Pete Townsend played a telly for a while.
He played the Schecters for.
Yeah, but before that, he was playing Fenders and an old 52 or 53 telly.
Andy Summers
telly is
telly, yeah.
Very, that's worth a lot of money.
He's
John 5 has a huge collection of Telecasters. I mean, everything. I think he's got everything from the first year on up. Albert Collins is telly, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Paisley, yeah, his 68 telly is probably his most valuable. The Pink Floral. Or is it Pink Paisley? I mean, Pink Paisley.
Jimmy Page's he's reissuing his Telecaster.
His old Telecaster. I think that was a 1960 or a 61. Jeff Beck's original Esquire. And then he got he traded that Esquire for a real 52 telly with 2 humbuckers in it that he got from Seymour Duncan.
Dave, what you had said there was the 3-way switch with the one pickup. What did the 3-way switch do?
I believe the bridge pickup was wired directly to the jack, where it's not even no volume. You know, no
Bypasses the
always
volume.
on. Then then it's wired to the middle position. I think is wired to the volume pot, and then the neck position is more of a darker sound and like a bass that, like, I guess it has a treble cut or something.
Treble,
like that.
yeah.
Mike as himself says, "Hey Dave, I've got some pictures of my 2 Friedman guitars on the Discord. They really feel like they're 30. They're, I guess, 30 years old. All guitars, they play like butter. See if you could find them and show them." Okay, I'll try to do that. I don't think I have the Discord on my phone, but let me see if maybe Johnny can do it when he comes back on. That's right.
What was he looking for? Where did he post them?
His 2 Friedman guitars.
He posted them in the Discord?
Yeah. Dano from New Jersey. Dano F New Jersey. Is it Dano from New Jersey or Dano fuck New Jersey? I don't know. What is it? Tons of rockers use tellies. Perfect for everything. Really the only guitar you ever need. Well, what I will say is I think everyone should own one. I think they fit perfectly anywhere in a mix when you're recording. They are the most different sounding guitars. When you hear a telly, you know it's a telly. When you hear a Strat, you can kind of think it's a Strat. It might not be a Strat, but absolutely, when you hear a telly, you know it's a telly.
Mike, those are nice.
Dan of New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Friedman's. This is Mike's Friedman's.
Oh yeah, they're both beautiful.
Yeah.
Are they both white or is one blue and one blue?
Yeah, one looks like I don't know, is that teal? One's like a light, very light purple. Yeah, the one's a very light blue or aqua, cool. I guess.
Yeah, those are real nice. Relic. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful guitars.
Yeah.
I've never played one. I'd love to play one, but I don't see any of them here in New York. I don't get to see them.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, David Friedman, if you ever watch this, why don't you send one of those Friedman guitars to the Music Zoo or someone, a music store in New York so I could try it and maybe buy one.
Get them out there, yeah.
They're just so hard to find. John Bullweir, David, thanks. So you're trying to say that you're a pimp with your stable. That's very funny. Stable of guitars. No, I just, I don't really have a ton of money. So in order for me to get a new guitar, I have to trade stuff that I don't use. So that's kind of how I get my stuff. Every once in a while, I have extra money that I could spend on guitars, but I have a lot of medical bills, and I have a beautiful fiance that I have to keep happy. So,
You have a lot of guitars, though, man.
I do have a lot of guitars, but I've been playing since I was 5, and I've been collecting guitars since I was maybe 15. So it's a long time, and I'm 40. I'll be 49 this Friday.
This Friday, I'm going to be 45 on Monday.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Congratulations. I don't know about that, but
happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah. Charlie S says Sam Ash in Midtown Manhattan has Friedman guitars. Well, I'll be taking a trip down here. That'd be cool. So, by the way, Desiree told me today on the phone that she wants to take me to the Met to see the Play It Loud exhibit. So it'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, when she gets back.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have been posting pictures of that, and I wanted to get out there myself. I was looking at some of the train schedules. I could do it from Boston to New York. It's about a 4-hour train ride, and then I could spend 4 hours in New York, or as long as I want, really. I mean, until the last train is something like 8 p.m. or something like that. And,
yeah,
that would be a reason
I definitely want to go there, but not just to see the Frankenstein. There are a lot of guitars there that are just super cool. There's a lot of other things other than the Frankenstein. And don't get me wrong, the Frankenstein would be the main reason why I'd want to go. But there are just so many awesome guitars there that I'd love to see close up. Commander Vlog says, how are you guys? And sweet looking guitars. Thank you, sir.
Hey, welcome.
John Moronic says, Dave, the Korean Floyds on the USA Wolfgangs, worth keeping or getting an original Floyd? It depends. Some of them are very good. I've had USA Wolfgangs where the Korean Floyd there's no problems with, and I've had others like the most recent one that I have. I switched the Floyd out because that Floyd just didn't want to stay in tune. It didn't want to keep the guitar in tune, so I changed it out to a German Floyd. So it's kind of, I don't know, some of them are really good, some of them are not.
Thank you, James Gum and David Ennis, wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, happy birthday, man.
So, man.
Yeah, there's
they
a
just
point.
keep coming. They just keep coming.
I know. It's like after a certain birthday, you're like, no more.
They go really fast. Yeah.
Unhappy birthday to me.
Patricia Angel.
No, it's not. It's not an unhappy birthday. It's never an unhappy birthday.
Patricia Angel Pham says, "Hi, I've come from Green Bay. Wacky."
Awesome, Patricia. Hey, is he on? Green Bay Wacky. He's my buddy.
Cool.
Diana Johnson says that. Diana Johnson from Green Bay too.
Awesome. Is he live right now? Yeah.
Who is Green Bay? I've never heard of him.
He's cool.
I thought it was more a place than
Wisconsin.
He might be in Wisconsin actually, but he's another live streamer.
Yeah.
And he does like crazy stuff. He does skits, he does songs, he does all kinds of stuff.
Very cool.
Cool. So this is basically it's kind of called a raid is what they're doing. Like Green Bay sent, he just finished a stream and he just sent a bunch of people over here. That's what's going on.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Timmy Johnson, hey. McNoodles,
thanks for joining us.
Welcome, everybody.
It's
Soda Pop.
Straturday Night Live.
It is. Soda Pop asks, how many guitars do I own? At last count, it was 51. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I know a few people that are personal friends of mine that have over 400. So compared to them, I don't have that many.
400?
Yeah.
Wait, you have 400?
No, not me.
Oh.
So a few people that I own
Mancuda.
that I know have over 400 guitars.
Wow. Yeah, I've got what you see basically right there.
Yeah. What is that bass? Is that a Fender bass? What does it say?
Honda.
It's a Fame.
Oh, okay. It looks like a Fender headstock to me.
It's a Hondo Fame. Fame bass. And yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of recording today. I wrote a little part of a song today, and I was using the Fame bass and the Frankenstein guitar I threw together.
Franken Johnson?
Yeah.
Johnsonstein?
Oh, the Jack Johnson. It's a Jackson Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson.
That's right. Hey, Commander of Vlogs. Awesome. Yeah, if any of you guys are brand new, subscribe to the channel. We talk guitars. We talk gear. If you like Van Halen, this is the place. And if you don't like them, it's still the place because we don't talk about them nonstop either. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Van Halen, any news? What hasn't been much this week? Just the Sammy interview and the Circle interview and
the Howard Stern thing.
I still have not seen that. I do want to see that though.
There's also a brand new photo of Eddie in front of a dirt bike.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he got it, a company on Instagram posted it. It's either like he got the bike or he got like a license plate or something. Very cool.
Well, he likes his dirt bikes. Let's go to this Lozauer book.
Oh yeah, the stuff from '79.
Yeah. Those
they did a lot of different photo shoots back then.
Right? Yeah, Jeeps and dirt bikes and that kind of stuff.
In those early days, Van Halen did
scuba diving.
They did a lot of outdoor photo shoots with riding bikes. When they were in Japan, they did a lot of like roller skating. There you go.
Michael Anthony.
I just want to give a shout
roller
out.
Skating.
I want to give a quick shout out. Green Bay Wacky is here, and he said he sent some love from his stream. The Man Family. Hey, new here. Green Bay Wacky sent us.
Awesome. Yeah, the Man Family. I've been watching your videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Eagle Eye Vlogs Paranormal says Johnny Beane just fammed your channel.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Commander Vlogs, thank you very much.
Yeah. Really nice to see all you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hit those thumbs up.
Douglas Bedore says he got whacked.
Gee, I wonder how that happened.
Green Bay Wacky, are you here? Oh, there you are. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Green Bay, you want to jump in real quick?
Come on.
Real quick? I told him he should come on with us sometime. I don't know if it's late where you guys are. I mean, it's.
Where is he from? Is it just Green? Is he from Green Bay or?
That's what it seems like.
Yes,
because he wears the cheese. He wears like the cheese.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
the cheese hat and stuff.
Tucker Family Vlogs says, "How are you all doing?"
Hey, welcome.
McNoodles.
Yes, tell us where you're from, everyone. Where is everyone from? Just put it in the chat. I always like to see local people and.
Green Bay, I'm gonna tweet you right now. I'm gonna DM you on Twitter.
Green Bay Wacky is from Wisconsin. I
gotta get the live chat here.
67 people watching with 32.
New Hampshire. Always like to see New Hampshire. Anything from New England.
Patricia's from Australia.
Kentucky.
Oh, awesome! Welcome.
It's next week over there.
East of Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, there you go. Green Bay. I just DM'd you a link to jump in over
Buffalo,
on
Toronto.
on Twitter.
Thomas Santiago from Buffalo. Bobby Lopez from Toronto.
Rob 212, Southern California.
Awesome.
Hey, Sonia.
He's on my time.
Yeah.
Grellbar from Rhode Island. Grellbar, Rhode Island. That's where I saw my first Van Halen show, Providence. 91.
Turtle creativity. Yeah, it's too late here.
I know, right?
Says Wacky sent me. I'm just
Welcome.
a bit late. Nah, you're not late. We just started.
We're just getting started.
This is the late show.
We do a show on Saturday nights. Or we call it Straturday night because we play guitar. Stratocaster. It's like a play on words. There he is.
Hey,
Green Bay.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
Joe Hurley 84 says he's from New York, Long Island. That's where I'm from. We should probably meet and get together.
Yeah. Hey, Green Bay Wacky. It's good to meet you, man.
Hey, it's an honor to come up here. I so appreciate that. That's really nice of you.
Oh, Dave.
Oh no!
Yeah, great to meet you, Green Bay.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Yeah. This is John BL, and then the other guy that's David Nesdahl. He's been having issues though with.
I thought I scared him off. Like maybe he didn't like me.
Had to get out of here right away.
He's been having issues with Hangouts when somebody new jumps in, he can't hear them for some reason, so he has to jump out.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I thought maybe I pissed him off. You know,
still don't hear him.
You can't hear him? Oh,
wait. You can't hear me?
No, yeah, he can't hear you. It's his microphone setup.
Yeah,
but you can hear me, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the only one that has the problem.
You know, this was going on in a hangout recently. I was in.
Be right back.
Where one person, for some reason, couldn't hear someone.
Mm-hmm.
But all of us, the other ones, could hear.
Yeah.
It's
cool to be up here. I'm so glad I saw you were live. I right at the end of my stream, I always like to send my chat somewhere, try to help the community out. Saw you were live, and I was like, guys, we got to go over to Johnny Beane.
Awesome.
Yeah, still don't hear him.
Oh no!
I don't think I hear Johnny either.
Oh,
Beane.
Yes.
Can you hear me? You can't hear Johnny. Oh man.
Where?
David, is it?
Sorry.
Maybe I don't know if Dave has a different headphone jack he could plug into. If that would do anything, I don't know.
I think if he unplugs his headphones, he'll be able to hear us.
Yeah, that would probably work. Yeah.
Can I, Johnny Beane? Can I just give just a quick shout out to everyone that came over here to give love to Johnny Beane?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks for sending them.
All you guys that came over here, I told you this guy's cool, especially if you love music and guitars. I just special thank you to everyone that came over. And remember, tweet out the stream. Spread the love even higher.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Oh no!
Yeah,
where's the eject button? No,
get it out there.
The love even higher.
Oh.
So what are you guys talking about tonight? What?
Oh, I just had dinner because I'm over here in Santa Cruz, California. So to me, it's only 9:38. It's super early. So I just had dinner. John BL here. He's on the East Coast. The guy that keeps jumping out, David Nesdall, he's on the East Coast. So it's like 20-1 where they are.
Yeah, it's 12:39.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Dave? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, now I hear you.
You hear all of us?
Sorry about that. I had to restart my computer.
Oh, no problem.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. I'm glad that you put a voice with it.
Yeah, thank you.
And I see Alex Radford's out in the chat. He's a guitar player too, Johnny. I think he's going to be on your channel a lot.
Awesome. Yeah. I've been meeting Alex. Yeah. We actually we don't live too far from each other.
Really?
Actually.
Wow.
Yeah. We've been DMing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I just brought my Ibanez up from the basement. It was down there for a few weeks.
Yeah, let's see that. Show it to us.
Oh yeah, that's my
very nice.
Yeah, Ibanez, yep. And it's kind of a funny story behind it. This is I just restrung it too. And my friend is a drummer. He's a really good drummer. And yeah, it's got, I don't use the Floyd Rose thing so much in the whammy, but that's just
that's set up really high.
Yeah. But
that Floyd look.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a little high.
But here's what I'm getting at. My friend bought it. He's a drummer. He paid like $750 for it at like Guitar Center. Used it for 6 months sparingly. He calls me up, Dave. You want my Ibanez? I just can't get in. I was like, how much? And he gave me a Line 6 amp with it for $350. So I was like, yeah, I'm in, man.
Wow,
cool. Good deal.
Awesome.
Yeah, my plan for this year is I actually want to make some real music. I've got a percussionist family. All my kids are drummers. And we just pulled up. We've got this, and we just got this a little while back. We've got a Roland electronic drum kit to go with the main drum kit, and I'm really excited to get some electronic beats going for my kids, and then me on guitar, doing some vocals. So I'm excited about some new music this year. So love music, man. Look at all those guitars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's not all.
That's nothing.
and he throws in a bass just for good measure.
There's a whole bunch on the side there. I got all of them on the right in there.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Hang on a second.
He was just saying, what is it, 50, Dave? Something like that?
Yeah, 51. I've got a few here behind the computer.
Oh my goodness!
Wow! I just got this one today.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I got a lot of guitars.
Oh,
You know what's funny? I was looking at Johnny.
Problem.
I was looking at Johnny when I was counting. Then when you started going about David, and then I looked, oh my God, I put his square big, you know, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have you guys like played with big bands? I mean, I forget. I think I asked you that once. You just look just too far advanced.
These two have.
Well, I haven't played with big bands, but I've played. I was in a wedding band for 25 years. That made a lot of money.
Well, you played with Steve Vai.
Well, yeah, I've played with big artists.
Oh wow!
But as far as playing with his band, no, I never played with Vai's band, and I've played with Eddie Van Halen in his hotel room.
For real?
Yeah. We both played guitar in his hotel room together.
What, on a like just a smaller practice amp or something, or
no amps, just two guitars, you know, just noodling around together, but you know, playing his songs. And it's very funny because I think we were playing Panama or one of those songs, and he gave me the solo spot, and I played the solo from the record. Because what else would you play? And he stopped me and said, "Don't play my solo. Play your solo. What am I going to play?"
That's great.
And it made all the sense in the world.
Okay, I got to ask this question. How do you end up hooking up with Eddie Van Halen in a hotel room?
Well, I worked at Manny's Music in Manhattan in the mid '90s. And that was in '98. I hung out with him in the band for about a week. But the year before that, he came into town to do a session with someone, I don't know who, and he called the store and asked if we had a Wolfgang for him to borrow, and we didn't have the Wolfgangs yet. And there was one Music Man guitar, Eddie Van Halen model, that was in a box, unopened, and it was a customer's guitar that hadn't picked it up yet. So I called the customer and said, "You're not going to believe this, but Eddie Van Halen would like to borrow your guitar to do a session for like a week." And he said, "No one's opening the box. I don't want the box open." So,
man,
that blew my mind. And then, so when I spoke to Eddie about it on the phone, I said, "If you can wait, you know, about an hour and a half, I'll go home, get my personal guitar, and you can use that." And it was what, you know, I had a Eddie Van Halen Music Man at the time. Had no problem giving it to him for the weekend.
That's awesome.
And he remembered it the next year. He remembered who I was. He asked for me personally, and I had to bring a 5150 combo amp to his hotel room so that he could use it on the Howard Stern show. And we kind of hit it off. So he was like, "Well, what are you doing this week? The band is in town. Would you like to hang out with me and us?" And I said, "Of course." So that's the short version.
Yeah, what do you say to Eddie Van Halen? "Would you like to hang out with us?" Nah, just, you know, I'm kind of I'm like,
yeah,
not this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people. I've played some kind of music with you know, a lot of celebrity musicians, and it's, you know, and when I think of it, it's like I'm reliving it each time I think of that, you know, that certain thing, you know, at a certain time.
I got to ask Johnny one question here.
Mm-hmm.
In all respect, in all honesty, I mean this. Can I smoke on your stream?
Sure.
Well, it's your channel. I mean it.
Yeah.
If you don't,
no, that's fine.
Okay. I mean, I'm like, because I've never been up here, and if you don't like that okay.
Oh, I'd be, if I still smoked, I'd be smoking right now too.
Okay. Well, hey, you know, I'm a guest on your show, your channel, and it's your rules. So I wanted to ask. I just thought of it. Okay.
Well, thanks for asking though, man. Thanks.
Ed Dana asks, "Why would Eddie need to borrow a guitar?" When you can get your model of guitar at any store, you know, around the world, why travel with your own personal guitar?
Yeah, that's quality assurance too. You know.
Yeah,
he's doing the quality check for them all.
Wow, I've got my Kramer. I've got my Kramer from the '80s that Eddie was endorsing, the Kramer line at the time that I bought at Guitar Center. That was my first. I was so envious of it. You know, he'd always have a cigarette up there on the fretboard. You know,
yeah.
I want to be like Eddie. What guitar do I get? He's endorsing Kramer's.
Kramer, yeah.
And I got. I got some Diodarios. I'm going to restring it up this weekend. So
very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like D'Addarios, but I do.
Oh,
I love them.
That's what I use.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I love the D'Addario strings, especially since they're
I
right
got
around
a
the
couple
corner.
packs in the other room over there.
Yeah, I don't play any covers. I just play by my own stuff because, I always think of the Eric Clapton interview that I saw. He said, man, it don't matter what you play. If it's 3 chords and you arrange them in a cool way, that's music, man.
I agree.
You know? And so I don't do any. I'm not as advanced as you guys. I'm sorry.
Eagles Fly Vlogs. My channel is just look up David Nesdall, Nesdall, and you'll find me.
Wow. Originals. Yeah, Alex Radford. Yes, originals. That's why I play them on my live stream. I've actually got these lost recordings from when me and my bandmates, as I call them, we had a studio and we were actually thinking about becoming a real band, and I was the guy that brought the computer down with the desktop mic, and we got to have a record of this stuff, guys.
And, I remember being in a garage band, and I always wanted to record even the practices and everything. They were like, let's just practice. Never mind setting up mics and everything. Let's just do this.
Well, I did it, and I've got about probably 50 or 75 songs. Some of them actually were pretty good. And so I play some of them on my live stream. Sometimes I call them the Lost Wacky Band,
So where'd you come up with your handle? The wacky thing.
Oh, the Green Bay Wacky?
Yeah.
You know what? I had no idea it would end up being so perfect for my channel. I have another channel on YouTube. I don't post it anymore. It was sort of a more lower tech version of this channel, but it's still there. I'm going to revamp it with something one of these days. It's got about 200,000 views. That's where I met like Lunatic Dad and a bunch of friends I know here. And one day I was just like, I need better equipment. I need a new name. And so me and my wife said, well, let's make a new channel, another channel. We'll just kind of let that one be. And I'm in Wisconsin. Everyone knows Green Bay Packers. So Green Bay, that's perfect. And I'm thinking Green Bay comedy. No, not comedy. And I went through all these, and I'm wacky, Green Bay wacky. And I rolled with it. And I didn't know it would end up being the right choice,
Yeah.
That's the story. That's not a big one, I'm not in Green Bay. I'm in Wisconsin, but I'm not in Green Bay. So.
Do you live anywhere near Greg Koch?
I don't know. I don't know where that is. That a town or is that what?
No,
or is that a joke? That's
a guitar, a serious guitar player. Like he's a celebrity guitar player.
Well, I know. I'm about maybe 5 hours from like what is it, Waukesha, Les Paul Drive, and all that. I know that's a big Wisconsin thing.
Sure.
No, I don't know that particular guitar player. So
okay, check him out. It's Koch is his last name. Greg Koch.
Let me write that down. Koch.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Is he a studio musician, like a hired gun, or
he's a bit of both. He does studio stuff. He has a couple of bands. One of them's called the Greg Marshall, the Koch Marshall Band. He does, Wildwood Guitars in I think they're in Wisconsin, maybe Milwaukee. I don't know, one of those. But he does a lot of videos for them, playing guitars so that they could sell them. He does a lot of that stuff. Wow. He's very well known, and he's super funny as well. He's like a comedian guitar player. Excellent.
Cool. Just curious, because you guys are all, great guitar players. Have you watched Hired Gun, Jason Hook's documentary on Netflix at all?
No, I don't have Netflix.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I loved it. So
I keep passing it by. I don't know. Tell me about it. What was your impression? I keep passing over that one.
I loved it because, they had Alice Cooper on there. They had how Jason Hook rose up. I mean, he used to play. I just loved it. It's a behind the scenes look at these studio musicians. They had a guy from Billy Joel. I can't remember all the names right off, but I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was done really tastefully.
I'll have to check that out. I admit I keep passing it by, but
they had some really good riffs in there, and they had some really good sessions with all the studio musicians getting together. It's kind of like Alice Cooper's doing an interview, and he's like, "Dude, I don't have time for B-list guitar players. I need the A-list," And Oh, the riffs in it. I mean, I loved them. It was just great. I loved it. I'm an advocate, guys. Netflix, Hired Gun, Jason Hook. He's come into my stream a couple times, so
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I like Five Finger Death Punch. I do. I mean, not everything. I'm a song by song guy. If I like a band, even like Van Halen, I don't like everything of Van Halen, but I like some of Van Halen. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, I just thought it was really cool to see. You know, one thing about that kind of hit home with me that Jason, because he's in it too, of course, he produced it, and he talked about his struggles as a musician, not getting anywhere. And then finally he just packed up and went to LA. It's like kind of all or nothing, go for broke. And it kind of reminds me of YouTube here. You know, you got to keep pushing yourself forward, and kind of inspired me actually, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool.
And because I feel that way sometimes, like, because I put so much time into YouTube, you know? But yeah, check it out. I think, you know, even though you're accomplished musicians, there's some really good footage, good interviews, a lot of backstage stuff, and very tastefully done. It wasn't like on a cell phone.
No, they actually, Netflix has some great interviews. I mean, or great documentaries, I should say. A lot of that behind the scenes stuff. There was one on, was it Kansas? They had one for Kansas. They had a great one for Chicago. I don't mean to. It just happens to be that they're city names and country.
Yeah,
and, town. State names.
They had one on,
it was really good behind the scenes of those bands.
They had one on Journey also, which because Neil Schoen, I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yep,
you know who I love. Just kind of their battles, and that was kind of interesting how they found the new lead singer that replaced. A lot of turmoil going on in that band, you know.
Yeah, Steve Perry.
Yeah,
wasn't the new lead singer? He wasn't it kind of the story that he was a Journey cover band or something like that, or
that's the story.
Yeah,
he was a tribute band, and they found him on YouTube, and after they were searching, and they flew. I think he's like from Malaysia or something like that, or somewhere.
Or Manila.
He's dead
Manila.
on. It's amazing. The first time I saw that, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
If not better than the current Steve Perry.
Just don't play Oh Sherry again, please.
Yeah, oh,
God. I'm sorry, Steve. If you're watching, I know it was a big hit.
They still play that to this day on the classic rock station around here. Somebody requests it like at least once a week.
Wow.
You're a DJ or you mean
no, just in this area, the local Boston classic rock station.
Gotcha. Hey, we got someone that just joined the panel.
Yeah.
Hello,
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, this is Michael Smith.
The captain's in the house.
How you doing? How's everybody doing, man?
Is Dave out again?
Awesome.
Uh-oh, man.
Uh-oh. I knocked Dave off.
He's having that issue with
trying desperately to hear us.
Yeah. Green Bay, can you hear Michael?
Yeah, I can hear all you guys just fine.
Green Bay, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Cool, brother.
Yeah, it's such an honor for Johnny Beane to invite me up here. Total honor. I'm really, really honored.
Yeah, Johnny's an awesome dude, man. Dave's gone again. Sorry,
I bragged him up when I ended my live stream. I asked the chat to come over here, and I said, "You're gonna love this guy, especially if you love music and guitars, and they're nice and they're funny and they're, you know." And yeah, yes. And here I am on the panel too. That's like, wow,
cool, man, cool. So you
Dave,
have
if you can hear us, unplug your headphones if you can hear us.
I tried it already. I've tried all that now. I think I got all of you. Everyone say something.
Hey,
something.
Hello. Hello.
So what's your thing, Michael?
I have everyone but Green Bay now. This really blows. I don't understand why my shit's not working.
Hey, does it happen when there's like when a fifth person comes on?
No, because what happens is anytime someone comes in after me, I can't hear that person, and that's just since I started using this microphone and headphones.
Really?
But now that I've also tried unplugging everything and going back the old way, and it doesn't work either. So I'm thinking I may have to reinstall Hangouts.
I was just going to say that you probably have to reinstall it because there's obviously something that's not jiving in there.
Mm-hmm.
You reinstall it also, it'll also bring you the latest update because sometimes the updates don't always work, if you will. You know, they don't populate automatically. So if you just get rid of it, completely get rid of it and reinstall it as new, it'll put it in the latest version, and maybe that might help.
Yeah, Hangouts
I don't really
is
want to do
glitchy.
that right now.
Hangouts is glitchy.
Yeah, I have to do it.
I've seen this very problem with other people. So
really?
Oh yeah, I've seen it where they just for some reason one person on the panel they can't hear.
No was that recent? Was that recent too?
Yeah, that was within the past 10 days that happened.
Yeah.
With someone.
Yeah, it's been happening to us lately ever since because Google Plus ended.
Hangouts is going to end too.
And Hangouts is going to end.
Well,
so I
be replaced, they say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they've been taking features away. Like, remember how you used to be able to see like the viewer count sitting here, and you can't anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that actually when I did a panel recently. I was like, how many people are in this live stream? It used to tell me.
I know. So I've got the video up on another screen, another computer here, where I can see.
I'm watching it also, and by the way, I want to just make an apology to all you great people out in the chat. We're having so much fun talking that sometimes we don't type back as much as we should. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I try to read it off when I can.
I'm writing down right now. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Hey, John BL, say something so I can hear you.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, I got everyone. Hey, I got everybody.
Wonderful.
How the
Yay!
fucking awesome.
What do you know?
Where is it? Yeah, there it is.
Beautiful thing.
Love it. What's your background, Michael? Are you a studio musician or a big band or something, or what? What's your?
No, not at all. I mean, I've been playing for since I was in my teens, but was in bands years ago. Just nothing big at all. Not like all you guys.
No, not me.
Not like me.
Not me, man.
Well, no. I mean,
been playing since my teens. I still can't play good. So.
Well, I love guitar. I love music. Music is my first passion in life, no doubt about it. Eddie Van Halen. I mean, he's
just like all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I try to. I buy guitars to try and chase tone. I mean, I have stuff. I record stuff also with some recording things. Yeah, with computers and stuff like that. I'm still trying to hone my skills on that. I work a lot, as these guys know. I'm always on the road for my job, so that kind of makes it a little hard. But just hooked up with these guys, man. Just searching online for cats that were into the same stuff that I'm into, man. And found Johnny and Dave and everybody else, and Johnny's been kind enough to allow me to pop on and hang out on his shows. So it's
Well, you're the captain, man. How could we not say yes to you?
These guys, I'll tell you right now, everybody on Johnny's show, first rate, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guitar player I've been getting into lately that a friend of mine introduced me to that I never was familiar with before. Do you guys know who Ian Thornley is from Big Red?
From Canada?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great guitar player.
Pooja Studios turned me on to him, and I'm in love with that band, Big Wreck, now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I love his voice, I love his style. And I was just curious if you guys had ever heard of him. I think he's awesome.
I haven't heard of him. No, I'll have to check
I remember their video on MTV 20 years ago. They had that single.
Well, was it the Thornberries? Or what was it? Aaron? What was his name? Sorry,
Ian
Thornberry.
The band is called Big Wreck.
Yep.
And I think the song was called The Oaf. It was the song or the album.
My two favorite videos of theirs, they've got a live version of Ladylike, and they just shred it. I love the riffs they got in that, real original. And Under the Lighthouse, there's an 8-minute live version he did at the Sewer Factory. And man, he just kills it. He's doing slide guitar. You don't see that a lot. Really cool. Yeah, I check him out. See, I don't know what kind of style you're into, but really digging him.
Yeah.
No, that sounds cool.
Bay, tell me a little bit about your channels and stuff. If you don't, I mean, I don't know if you went through it earlier. If you did, I apologize.
I'm not I love music, you know, I play guitar and all that, but not at the level these guys do. I'm actually a comedian and a live streamer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I make a lot of music, kind of in the spirit of Weird Al. You know, I got like 20.
Excellent. Nice.
Cool. Yeah. I was just going to ask that. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I've got a playlist of all my music, and I use background beats that I get that are royalty free, but I write the songs and make the lyrics and all that. But I consider myself in the spirit of Weird Al, and they're kind of, you'll have to watch them. I mean, if you ever get
that stuff. Have you ever have you met Weird Al?
No, but he is a big influence in me.
I was trapped in an elevator with Weird Al.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so I've
told this story before on the channel.
All the way back to Dr. Demento, you know, and when he did the
Dr. Demento, oh yeah.
Yeah. And when he did another one, Ride the Bus on Tom Snyder, if you remember that show. I don't know if you guys remember that show, but he did another one, Rides the Bus.
And sure. Yeah.
I remember that
He inspired me. I love Weird Al.
He puts on an amazing live show. I mean, for what he does, I mean, you'd think it's just a gimmick, but he really brings it, and he puts on such an incredible show.
I saw him live twice.
Really?
Yes, and I met him.
He was one that came to every year when I was working the local cruise. He came every year, every summer.
I saw him live twice, and you're right, John. He puts on a great show. Very fan friendly. At the end of the show, at least both times I went there, he stays at the end.
He'll meet everyone. Yep.
Whoever wants to come up and meet him. Yep. I dated a girl, and her brother he was a special needs kid, good kid, but we went there twice and just hung out with him after the show. I mean, he's one of the nicest guys you'll meet, man.
Yeah.
You know, if you go check his Twitter out, he's still very relevant. He's got like 5 million followers or so. It's off the charts. He's not done yet, you know.
That's crazy.
He's still putting out new music too, isn't he?
You know, I'd have to check where he's at. I think I just did watch something new recently. But some of his older stuff, oh my goodness, you'd never get away with it anymore, you know.
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I've watched some of his older stuff, and I remember it, but once you watch it again, it's kind of like, oh shoot, I didn't remember him saying that, you know. So,
Joe Hervey, I've never been to the Selden Guitar Center. How is it? Is it nice?
Out in the island.
Yeah, it's out there. I've never been to that one. I worked at the Comac Guitar Center for a number of years, and I worked at the Carl Place Guitar Center for a couple of years as well, but I've never been out there.
I just can't believe how many guitars you have. That's just unreal. I've got 5, you know, and they're all in various states of disrepair, you know.
Well, yeah,
I'm pretty much in the same boat myself. I've been collecting like 7.
I've been collecting guitars. I've been collecting guitars since I was about 15. I've been playing guitar since I was 5.
Wow.
So it's yeah, and I mean, I probably have owned, and this is no joke, I've probably owned at one point or another over 1,000 guitars.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And I've honed it into the 50 I have now, or 51.
I can easily see that because you're always trading stuff too.
I'm always trading. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember all the guitars I've owned, and some of them I wish I had back. But
you always feel that way when you get
every guitar I've gotten rid of, I wish I had back at this point.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Well, I've never. Yeah, 1,000 guitars. That's like, oh my goodness, wow.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Crazy.
Nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, there's worse hobbies.
Well, I wish I had some of that money back in the bank, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
There are worse investments. That's. I mean, I think guitars are a great investment. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they are. Yeah, I've got some stuff that are pretty priceless to me.
They'll almost always go up in value.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, they're all cool. All cool stuff.
I don't know what it is, but man, you know, I turn on my keyboard and get a background beat and just start playing my own stuff. And it's for the love of music. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a band or anything like that. And I go into another world, you know. It's just music transports you, you know.
Music,
I agree.
It's therapy, man. 100%.
Yep.
There's nothing.
Therapy.
It is. There's nothing better than picking up a guitar, whatever instrument you
creating
play.
in any form, creating anything, art in any form is therapy. I agree.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps me calm. I'll tell you, because I can be a raving maniac.
Yeah, and I'm all over the board too, because a lot of times people say who's the best guitar player, and they'll throw out Slash and Eddie Van Halen, stuff like that. I think freaking Roland from Tears for Fears, he's one of my favorites.
Love him. First of all, I'm a
Excellent.
huge Tears for Fears fan.
Yep.
Well,
Huge.
They get this reputation being this pop band. Just listen to Broken. Just listen to Broken, the segue to Head Over Heels.
That whole side of that of songs from Big Chair. That second side is amazing.
Yeah. So no one would, a lot of people wouldn't say Roland from Tears for Fears, and I'm like, yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah. And he plays super clean. He uses very low gain, and he's clean. I mean, his playing is super clean.
Their harmonies are great,
and it's always just so tasty.
If you want to see an amazing video, I watch it every day on YouTube. I kid you not, every day at least once to 5 times. They do Sowing the Seeds of Love. It was captured live at the prom, Night at the Prom, it's called, with a full orchestra of, it must be 150 to 200 musicians on stage. Whoa. It's epic. It's like a 7-minute song, off the charts, man. To play at that level. I love
Tears for Fears. They're a great band. Underrated.
Just do Sowing the Seeds of Love live, and it'll be the first one that pops up.
Right. Well, you got to check this out too on YouTube. They just came off the road, I think, or they may even still be on the road, and they captured it live, and it's the full show is on YouTube.
Of Tears for Fears,
the current tour.
Yeah, the current tour. Yeah,
that's great.
I mean, now, like 2019.
Yeah, maybe 2018. I think they may have just come off the road. Yeah.
And I mean, Kurt too is great. Also, I mean, granted, he's more bass and vocals, but that's one of my favorite bands, actually.
That's cool, man.
My musical taste is all over the place. It's 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, metal, disco, class. And I think that makes you better in your brain.
Yeah,
My kid is. I love everything from Slayer to Mozart because it's true. And everything in between.
You should see my 15-year-old kid when we're driving, and I'll play some stuff I like, and he's like, "Can we get something more interesting?" And because he's into rap, and that's all he likes. And I like some rap. I'm not opposed to some rap. I like N2 Deep. I like some Tupac stuff and Run DMC and
Run DMC I can do, and the Fat Boys I can do because I'm a Fat Boy myself. The Beastie Boys, love the Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys. What you want? What you want?
Public Enemy. I love Public Enemy with Chuck D. I love Chuck D's voice.
Yep. It's taken me decades to get into it, but there are a few that I could say I do like. Those ones from the nostalgic ones from the
Sugar Hill Gang.
They started it all, man, for the most part.
Yep.
But something I love about the Beastie Boys, you take that song "No Sleep Till Brooklyn." That is not a very elaborate song as far as chords or anything, but they play it in such a way that you just gotta love it.
Was that Kerry King as well, or was that did Kerry King play on that whole session?
Yeah, he played the solo.
Oh my goodness! Foot on the pedal of the Air Force metal, engine running hotter than a boiling kettle.
That's great.
Well, they were a punk band before they became a rap band. Yeah.
By the way, are we going to get flagged for me just playing that?
We'll see.
I don't think so.
That riff. Yeah.
Have you had any issues with that, Green Bay? Have you had any issues with being flagged with playing? Well, you play all your original stuff.
I play all my original stuff, so no. But I don't think you're gonna have a problem because that was an original riff, and you only played about 4 seconds of it. So, and as a matter of fact, just so you know, if you do get one of those copyright things where it says you have to share the revenue, YouTube on the shorter streams, if they're not like 8 hours or something, it gives you an option to erase the match. So. And then it goes back to being all your videos. So I don't think you'll have a problem.
Dave, I got to ask, is that the new guitar?
It is. It is.
You got to show that off, Dave.
Well, I'm going to show it off on Tuesday when John Mancuda comes on because I need to thank him for it. And we'll do a whole show on that.
Man, oh, man.
Give us a preview. Give us a good preview.
All right, well, our friend John Mancuda gifted me this guitar. He It's a long story. Well, not very long, but
Wow,
this came in the mail today.
We got 2 hours.
No. I want to do a new guitar, Dave. I'll do a new guitar, Dave.
Did that say Ibanez?
Yeah, it's a gem guitar, Steve Vai. I've got 3 of them.
I was gonna say, that's your third gem now?
Yeah, it's my 3rd gem, and probably the last one. I don't think I need another one.
No, I doubt it.
Is that slot that's in it? Is that just for looks, or is
it's a handle? It's you can play legato by holding it here.
Wow.
Yeah. Here, let's see that. Let's see that. Yeah. They call it a monkey grip.
A monkey grip. Wow.
Yeah. Basically, it's a glorified RG with some bells and whistles on it. But they're really good guitars.
It's a Steve Vai signature, though.
I was gonna say, did Vai come up with that? Does he have a patent on that?
Yes. I don't know if he has a patent, but it's anytime you see a grip in a guitar, you think of Steve Vai because he came up with it.
That thing is killer, man.
Wow.
Killer.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them, man. They're
killer.
Wow.
They're really wonderful guitars.
I've got, about 5. Like I said, I got 2 amps. I got my old trusty Fender Princeton Chorus, and that's it. Man.
Oh,
cool. Yeah, I've got 2 amps now as well. I've got an EVH 50 watt head with 3 cabinets that are wet, dry, wet. Like all the cats do these days. And then I have an old 1965 Fender Super Reverb that just kills. It absolutely is the best amp on the planet.
How do you like that amp you have there, that Princeton? Has 2 5s in it, right? No, not you. Dave, I know your amp is crazy.
Green Bay.
Because that's the guy. It's worth a lot of money, though, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Cool. And there it is. Wow.
Only one time, and I have a Line 6, which is a little more like a practice amp, but it's actually pretty good. Come to think of it, I do have a Fender amp, too. I've got a smaller one. It's got 4 settings on it. I use that. I forgot about that. That came up from the basement. But I do like, this guy is loud as, this you could probably play on stage with it if it was a small enough venue. It's pretty loud.
That's cool.
And it has 2 speakers in it, too, right? Is it 2 12s?
I think here I'll kind of show you the back. Yeah, it is 2, and then it's got the
Well, Green Bay, you have 2 10s in yours, I think.
Yeah, and then it's got its Princeton chorus pedal,
Right.
But yeah, it is 2 speakers. One time about 20 years ago, I had to have the part of the board or something rebuilt. I had to take it to I love the amp. The guy was like, just buy a new one. I'm like, no, it's got to be this amp. So I paid this guy like $300 to fix it. I forget what he did. Something happened, but it's been fine ever since he fixed it. It was like an amp guy who rebuilds amps, But that's my old trusty. Just love the music. And then I've got a Yamaha keyboard, it's a pretty good one. It really gives me those background beats to jam to,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you do a lot of live shows? Live like aside from YouTube.
No, I'm not. I'm a live streamer, but not not music. I'm a comedian, and I kind of help channels grow and stuff like that. I do a little bit of everything. I'm just all over I'm wacky. But I do live stream a lot. Yes, I do live stream a lot.
Dave, tell me about your Fender amp, if you don't mind.
My Fender amp?
Yeah.
It's 4 10s, 4 10-inch speakers. It's a super reverb. It's from 1965. It's about 150 pounds. It's basically everyone through the 60s and 70s used it, but it's I guess most made famous by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great sounding amp, and it's super loud. It's 40 watts, all tube, but it's a loud 40 watts because it's 4 10-inch speakers in one cabinet.
Lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys something old school, too. The old Digitech RP7.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Yep, this is old school, man.
Yeah, show that off. Let's see it.
Man, oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
And this was my first effects. It's kind of hard to use, believe it or not. It's almost, I think it was ahead of its time. But
a lot of that stuff kind of was.
Yeah. It's really fussy sometimes with the pedals and stuff, but that's showing its age. But I like to crank that guy out sometimes because it gives some really crazy sounds, you know.
Sure.
But
yeah, some of that stuff is really cool. It's like out of sight.
This was actually my first effects pedal right here. This old Digitech.
What is that? A delay pedal?
It's just like a phaser and like a chorus kind of thing. It actually runs off a 9-volt battery.
Show me again. I think
cool. Let's see that.
Let me see that.
Yeah, it's an old Digitech here. Still works.
I have the same freaking pedal. I sold
stereo chorus and flanger. Wow.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Sold it at a garage sale.
Yeah, it's old, man. It's way old. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to the guitar stores and seeing those pedals were so expensive back then. I mean, at least half the price of a guitar.
They are now. They're still expensive.
Well, I will say I just saw a review from who was it? GHS Pedals, I think, of the Behringer pedals, which I've got a couple of Behringer pedals, and you can get those on eBay for under $50 for most of them, and they are exact copies of Boss and Ibanez pedals.
The only problem with those pedals, and it's
not as well built.
It's not when they break, no one fixes them. There's no repair station for them.
For $30, I mean.
Well, yeah, it's you throw it away and buy a new one, of course. But
really, nobody will fix them, huh?
No, there's no repair station for Behringer. No one will do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but.
I guess because it's so cheap. How much would it cost to fix them, right? If you see
it'd be almost as much
as the new pedal. I mean,
yeah. Ed Dana asks, Dave doesn't have a 5150. Yeah, I do. My 5150 amp is it's a big rig. It's it's actually two heads, a 5150 50-watt head and a 100-watt plexi style head that I have with 3 cabinets that the 2 outside cabinets are wet and the middle cabinet is dry. So it's like, one of those rigs that, guys like Van Halen and Steve Vai and Steve Stevens and all those guys use that live. And I have it here in my living room, and I can pretty much have it at bedroom volume, and it sounds good.
My first guitar I actually got rid of. Do you remember the ones? This is what I thought it was cool. This is way back from the 90s. They had a built-in speaker.
Sure. Fernandez.
That's what I started playing on with headphones.
Oh, yeah. Harmony. I think Harmony made one of those.
The elephant? Did it look like an elephant?
It was black, and it had a little speaker built into it, and I have no idea where it went. That was so cheesy. It was so cheesy.
Centronics?
That's Centronics.
Was that it?
Maybe. And I have one downstairs that I bought, believe it or not, from J.C. Penney. It's a riff guitar, RIFF. And it's not terrible, but I had a credit card and I saw it as I didn't know any better,
Yeah, I mean those are cool because they kind of have their own sound, so you can record with those.
Just about any guitar.
Like, what the hell is that? And you're like, it's an ancient Chinese secret. Anything
that you can set up properly, you can get a unique sound out of it. That's why, even those old harmonies and the stuff that you bought from Sears or JCPenney, and those are.
Johnny has one of those.
Man, I still wish I had my older ones.
That's why you want to have a good microphone so you can capture the actual sound of all that stuff when you record.
Well, the riff guitar was actually more of a real guitar, even though it came from JCPenney, but it wasn't bad. Had the Floyd Rose on it, and
nice.
I could swap out the pickups and stuff on it. I'm sure it's got those kind of flat ones, But I got to restring. That's on my list to do for the summer, restring it,
Sure.
I got a question for you guys. I'm just looking at all your guitars. Do you guys do acoustic, or are you just really into electric? Just curious.
I have
an acoustic. I have one.
I have one acoustic as well. It's a real nice Martin guitar that my dad bought me a few years back, and it's a special guitar. I hardly ever bring it out because I don't have the the strength in my hands to play acoustic, because I play on 9s, and my acoustic has 13s on it, and it's very hard to play. But I mean, it's easy because it's easy for an acoustic because it's got super low action on it. It's a Martin D45. I don't know if that means anything to you, but it's like one of the higher end Martins. But still, even though it's butter as far as an acoustic is, it's still very hard for me to play. I don't enjoy playing acoustic, but you got to have one.
I've got a steel string Fender right over here, and that guy is hard to play. I mean, it takes some finger strength, you know.
Yeah.
I've got one acoustic. I had 2 or 3, but I gave them away, you know, because I would teach lessons to friends, and I'd eventually just let them keep the guitar, you know. But yeah, I play acoustic all the time, and that's one of the secrets is you play all the time on the guitar that's harder to play. Then once you pick up the electric, it's like nothing.
You fly through it then.
You know?
All your guitars are harder to play, though.
Mine?
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta send those to Dave so he can do his magic on those.
Now he likes playing on his guitars the way they are.
No, I mean, you know, you play on a guitar that the action's a little high. It's the same thing where you get used to that. So once you play a guitar that's totally set up, it's like, you know, it's like
I always go live with the David Ennis.
You know? Oh yeah, David Ennis, shout out. Yeah. We have a viewer named David Ennis who he gifted me a guitar. He sent me. He's like, Johnny, do you want a guitar? And I'm like, well, you know. And I get a guitar in the mail one day, and it's an amazing Fender guitar.
Beautiful American-made Fender. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and that's my main guitar. Like, you know, when I play gigs, you know, when I play in a couple different bands. When we play shows, that's the guitar that I play. And there's actually, and there's a video on the channel here. Actually, there'll be a card right here to a recent gig of me playing that guitar.
Are you doing cover tunes more? Are you doing originals, or a little of both, or
a little of both? I play in one band based here in Santa Cruz where it's all originals, and then I play in a band based in Oakland, California, where it's a singer-songwriter and she plays keyboard. Those gigs are half her originals and half covers.
What genre? What style?
Well, she's Swedish, the singer. So some of her songs, like she does like solo songs where she sings in Swedish and plays piano. But it's a lot of it's like pop. Like pop rock, like we do covers. Actually, I'll put them in the card, which will be right here on the replay. We did a bunch of covers. We do like Duran Duran, Ordinary World. We cover that.
Go there. I love that song.
Yeah, it'll be in the card right here, man. I'll tweet it. I'll send you the link to it. You can see it. Yeah, we do.
Came out. Me and my friend rushed out to buy the CD. We listened to that, I swear, like 35 times in a row the first night. You know.
Oh, the wedding album, right? The Duran Duran.
I don't remember the name of it, but it had "Ordinary World" on it.
Yeah,
and we would just love that song.
Yeah, it's called the wedding album. Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a huge song. That was.
Yeah, I love that song.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, the chorus kills you. It just gets you. You know. And holds on.
Talk about a hook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, one of my favorite songs is The Reflex. I love that song.
I love that. That's a catchy song.
Mm-hmm.
The Reflex. You know, they got a bad rep because they were, you know, no one at first kind of knew. Well, what are they? Are they rock? Are they pop? Are they, you know? But they're brilliant. I love Duran Duran.
Yeah.
And you might laugh at this, but one of my favorite bands, and this goes for all time, but don't shoot me. It's the B-52s. I freaking love them.
Oh, you know, they're definitely, you know it's them when you hear it.
100%.
Yeah.
I just love their little riffs. I love, you know, Channel Z, and I love Planet Claire and Love Shack, and I just love some of their guitar licks. They're just, they're clean and they're fun and bubbly, and you know.
You like Rock Lobster?
Rock Lobster. Yes, Rock Lobster is great.
I want to put a bullet in my head when I hear that song.
But I love Planet Claire. It's so creative and simple. And I love the intro to that, just like I love the intro to Money for Nothing, you know?
Oh yeah. That's another great.
Wait. Wrong chord though.
Yeah, well, because I don't have a thumb. Yeah, and you guys, that's what my thumb looks like right now. It's very hard to play.
Oh my god!
Wow, look at that. He's a diehard.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite intros of all time is still, Rat. Lay It Down, man.
Great song, great band.
Oh man, just killer. Sorry, no. On a panel where I can talk about music, I love it. Like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, we love. Well, myself, I love everything.
Yeah,
I listen to everything, and I'm always telling people if you want to write your own music, you kind of have to listen to you have to appreciate everything, because that you never know where the inspiration or the ideas will come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to keep everything open. You don't want to be just like one type of thing.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice if you just hardline one genre. You really are. Because there's so much good music out there. There really is.
Oh, yeah. Man, another favorite band of mine is Blondie, actually.
Blondie's band. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, there's some live versions where they're doing Rapture and stuff like that. Because, you know, sometimes a band can take a song that you've heard on the radio, but they do a live version of it, and they just kill it. It's one of those nights where they just killed it, slayed it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of my favorite videos on YouTube are live versions of certain songs that I like.
Is she still touring, Blondie?
I don't know. They're getting up there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She's an actress now. I mean, she does a lot. She's been in a lot of films.
She still tours every now and then, though. She's doing some live stuff, from what I understand.
Yeah, I think 2017 she was on tour for a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Debbie Harry.
I think she's been a New Yorker her whole life, actually.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't she one of the CBGB, one of those people who
kind
of
cut their teeth
broke
down
through
there.
CBGBs?
Yeah. She lived on the down in Soho. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I think it was 2017, the one you're talking about, Dave, on Axis. I actually recorded it. They did a live show because they were touring, and they came into the studio on Axis TV, and they did.
Axis has had some good music show concerts and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't have Axis anymore. I used to have it.
Do you swing? I mean, do you like country at all? Some of the country stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Do we swing?
Do we swing?
I swing a little to the left, actually.
I love the old country.
But I was like, you know.
No, I love old country with, especially, you know, I mean, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson,
Merle
Hank Williams.
Mm-hmm.
One of the
Hank
best
Williams.
The Highwaymen.
Yeah. The original, not Junior, not Bo Cephas.
Well, I like Bo Cephas.
No, Bo Cephas.
You do because Van Halen likes him.
Are you ready for some football?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What didn't he do? Dukes of Hazzard?
That was
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
Oh, Waylon. No, okay.
Yeah, he's got
another one.
You guys were talking about Telecasters earlier. He's got the telly.
Yeah, he's got a cool telly. Dennis Brialt says my thumb ain't healed yet. Basically, what's happening is I have some calcium in the artery of my wrist, and it's preventing the blood flow to my hand. So it's healing very slowly, but it's taking a long time to heal because of that. So Tuesday, I'm going to have some surgery to widen the vein so that I can get more blood flow into my hand.
Wow, I apologize for joking about the callus. I didn't know it was that serious.
Oh yeah, no, that's I burned my thumb cooking. I burned it on a frying pan a few months ago, and it was a lot worse. And then the very next day, I jammed my thumb in the back door, feeding the birds. You know, throwing bird seed out, and the door closed right on my thumb. So it's not right yet.
When you showed it, I thought you were showing your dedication to the guitar. I didn't know it was
No, the fact that I can even hold a pick a little bit and strum is amazing because this is killing me right now.
I apologize for the joke.
No, it's okay. No,
I didn't understand. I thought it was.
Oh yeah, no, that's a big blood blister right there. That's from burning it.
Oh,
sorry, didn't mean to gross everyone out.
No, that's the reason I asked you about country and some of the old school stuff is like to me, a couple of greatest guitar players were Glenn Campbell and Roy Clark.
Actually. Glenn Campbell is amazing. So is Roy Clark. They were both amazing guitar players, even for today's standards.
Correct. Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen, I read an article, said he wanted to take lessons from Glenn Campbell. I couldn't believe that when I read that.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And he had one of the most amazing voices too. Like Glenn Campbell could sing his balls off.
Yeah.
That's why.
And Roy Clark was great at other instruments. I mean, violin. I mean, he's man. He was.
Any of you guys a Marty Robbins fan? Marty Robbins.
I'd have to hear
the Gunfighter ballads. That was something I grew up with. My dad would play he had the album of what was it? No, he had a lot of hits. I guess they were the early '60s.
Yeah.
I'd have to hear the.
You may laugh, but also Jerry
Big Iron on his hip.
Jerry Reed was it?
Jerry Reed.
The actor that did Smoke.
Jerry Reed. From Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an insane guitar player.
Is he really
insane?
I didn't know that.
He just passed away recently or something.
I think he did. Yeah, I think. Listen to Jerry's Breakdown. It's called.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he played a Telecaster mostly, and man, what an amazing guitar player.
Jerry Reed. Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Patsy Cline. Love Patsy Cline. He could sing, man.
Willie Nelson. Don't forget Willie.
Oh yeah. Isn't that amazing? His guitar trigger.
Yeah.
He pays the guy to keep that thing going.
Yeah, it's all but falling apart.
Well, that just goes to show if you can get a guitar set up, if you can successfully get it set up well, it doesn't matter what condition it's in. As long as you can get it set up and you can get sound out of it, you can get a unique sound that someone will enjoy.
I think it's his only guitar or something. He pays a guy to keep it going. It's unreal.
Well, actually, he's got a few of them, and Martin made a
replica.
It's not a replica because it's brand new looking, but it's the exact guitar as Trigger, just without all the extra holes, and it's not beat up. And I think he's got a couple of those, and he just refuses to play them. He just loves that one guitar.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one that's all signed up?
Signed, and it's got where his finger, his hand rubbed a hole underneath the sound hole.
Oh my god!
Just from playing it, it just rubbed all the way through the guitar.
Can you imagine playing one instrument that much that you literally just wear it away like that?
Yeah. Well, I certainly can't imagine it, but I mean, I can understand.
Dave, can you imagine having one guitar?
I can't imagine having two guitars.
There's Trigger.
Wait a minute.
So, I mean, he's been playing.
That hole is from him playing the guitar.
Yeah, that's just from him wearing it through.
Gosh,
that is sick. Look at that.
Yeah.
I think it's even worse now.
I
think it's worse now than that picture.
That picture's from 30 years ago.
In the 80s.
Yeah. I believe it is actually.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna go in the Smithsonian or something,
Willie was I got to see Willie every year from the mid '90s through 2003.
Oh my goodness.
He was one of those artists that came through every year.
Wow.
And
it's so cool.
All his picks drop right into that hole.
He doesn't use a pick.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe that's why he has a hole, so we can get him out.
I think basically he uses his thumb more than
I just love that you talk about all these different genres and bands that that people might not think of. Another guitar licks I love. Do you guys like Tragically Hip at all from Canada?
I've never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of the Tragically Hip?
Never heard of them. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Got some killer guitar riffs on their music. The lead singer just died recently, unfortunately. He had like
what type of music?
It's rock,
Hip music,
jam band type of stuff.
but it's very original. It's very original. I just really love some of their guitar riffs. Locked in the Trunk of a Car, 100th Meridian. Just some really clean, really just. I love their riffs. I do.
Mad Dog says they were huge in Canada. So
yeah, they were a Canadian band. Yep. And just another guitar licks that I love are from, I don't know, do you remember Queensryche at all?
Oh
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was epic. Them like REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Gary Richrath was the original guitar player in REO Speedwagon, and I remember watching their videos in 1981, and he is the absolute single reason why I play a Les Paul.
Really?
The tone on his guitar.
Yeah, he's the first guy. When I was that young, 81, I was 11 years old, and that was the first time I've ever seen a real Les Paul, and I had to be a Les Paul player from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I've never played on Les Paul, so.
Yeah, listen to some of the solos. Dave's got an excellent point there. The tone that he has.
Well, it's a Les Paul through a Marshall. He was playing pop music, but he was playing with a hard rock edge, that's the whole thing about REO Speedwagon was they were love songs with a hard rock edge.
The tone that they had back in those early albums.
Yeah.
Listen to "Don't Let Go." That song right there, just the way he comes. That's a great. Damn, that's a good tune.
Yeah, they were epic. One of my favorite bands. Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm reliving my life here.
Oh yeah, man. I love that stuff.
That's what music does, man. It brings you back to the period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Riding the storm out, Dennis Brault says out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that Green Bay brought to our show. Thank you so much for joining us and for bullshitting with us and hanging out this late at night. Even if you're on the West Coast, it's still kind of late. But thank you very much. And Green Bay, thank you for showing up and bringing all these people with you. It's really nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Bring me up on the panel. I mean, this is right up my alley where I can talk music all night. I start talking music with Cab 7 and we'll go to sleep. I love music so much. And it's so great to hear that a lot of these bands and you like them and can I appreciate bands like the Cars.
Sure.
Oh, I love the Cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad we lost Benjamin, but
Benjamin Orr.
Yeah,
Ben Orr.
And one of my favorite guitar players also is Billy Squier. Actually,
love Billy Squier.
Squier is good, man. Yeah,
so original.
Our friend Larry Mitchell toured with Billy Squier as his guitar player. I think it was 92 or 93 for a whole tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Someone was telling me recently that he killed his career by doing that video with the pink shirt.
Well, the dance.
That video really ruined him, unfortunately, because he has some great rocking songs.
And the funny thing is that song was a great song until he did the video.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's a great song, but the way I think he had a different vision of how the video was going to go, and I think the director, it's all in the edit, It's something happened there that shouldn't.
Which song was that for?
That was.
Is it Everybody Wants You or something?
No, it was his biggest
stroke.
Tonight. Rock Me Tonight.
Rock Me Tonight.
Is that it? Yeah, Rock Me Tonight.
Yeah. John, put that over in the Discord.
No problem.
Yeah, we've got a Green Bay. We've got a. Do you have a Discord for your show?
I do, but I don't use it yet. I've got an account in there. I should get in there more.
What we do over here it's pretty good is we'll mention like a lot of these like topics and videos, and we'll put all that material over in the Discord server. So and that's a joke. We use these sound machines, and every time we say the word Discord, we hit the sound.
You always play the wrong one.
Yeah, we all have the same thing.
Behind the scenes, right here, man.
It's very Howard Stern like.
Yeah, but so we'll mention like all this different stuff, and we'll put all the material over in the server over there. So anybody watching, if they go over and they join, they can see like everything we talked about and watch the video.
For some reason, I got kicked out of there yesterday. I couldn't find my way back into the Discord.
You know who else can actually shred on a guitar that a lot of people don't think is Christopher Cross. Actually,
great guitar player.
We were talking about him the other night.
There's a live version of
another one of the Highwaymen.
There's a live version of Ride with the Wind on YouTube where Michael McDonald comes on stage with him, and man, he goes into a guitar solo and just shreds it. And I'm like, dude, this is the guy who's singing Sailing. Wow,
man, I've been a huge fan of Christopher Cross for decades, and his album with the flamingo on the front, that's classic. Actually somebody years ago, like way before I was doing the show on YouTube or any of that, somebody sent me one of his guitar picks. So I have a Christopher Cross guitar pick with the flamingo on it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But no, I'm a huge fan of Dudley Moore, Arthur.
Yeah.
Best That You Can Do, all that. Yeah.
Well, I'm a soft rock guy. I love the stuff from the 70s, like England Dan and John Ford Coley, and I love the Carpenters and things like that.
Me too, man.
It's not so much your guitar riffs, but their harmonies and things like that were off the charts. And I don't know how to bring this forward to the new generation.
Well, they don't care. That's the problem.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Turn it into a rap song, you might get more leverage.
Yeah. Oh no, speaking about the Carpenters, I follow a channel on YouTube here. What they'll do is they'll post all the like individual tracks of the actual songs, so they're probably getting flagged left and right now. But anyway, just this morning they uploaded the drum track and the background vocals to one of the Carpenters. What was their biggest one? The biggest hit?
They had so many. I mean, Rainy Days and Mondays. They had
We've Only Just Begun.
We've only just begun.
This channel uploaded the drums to that, the drum track, and so I was gonna go listen to that later.
That is cool to listen to the multi-tracks, though. Definitely.
Ed Dana says that he just became 20% more gay. But I want you to YouTube. No, seriously, YouTube.
Wasn't
Carrie
she
Carpenter
a drummer?
on the drums.
She's a drummer, right?
She is every bit as.
I've seen that.
She's every bit as good as Buddy Rich was.
She's
every bit as good.
Definitely.
Absolutely an amazing drummer.
Check out the early Carpenters videos of them playing on like Tonight Show and stuff, like back in the early 70s. And she's on drums, and she would wear a T-shirt that would say "Lead Sister."
Yeah,
I think, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Like what was it, Meg from the White Stripes?
Yeah.
Except they suck.
Meg White. Oh, come on.
No, I'm not a White. I like White Stripes fan.
Oh, I love the White Stripes. Love them.
Actually, Green Bay.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands. They're from Wisconsin, actually. Well, most of them. A band called Garbage.
Garbage.
That sounds familiar.
You know Garbage? Shirley Manson. I think the singer. I think she lives in Ireland. But I think the rest of the band, they live in Wisconsin, and they have a studio out there, and they're huge. If you've never heard of Garbage,
I think I've heard of them. I'd have to research them a little. Sometimes I don't. I might know the song,
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. Do you remember that song from '95?
I'll write it down.
Or Stupid Girl.
I'll check them out.
Stupid Girl. Yeah. Anyway, they're one of my favorite bands. I saw them down in Arizona, and the opening band was White Stripes, and that's how I first became aware of them. This was back in 2002.
I'm gonna throw two other names out just to see if anyone knows them or likes them. Any of you guys like Skillet or Romeo Void?
I never heard of either one.
I have not heard of those.
Romeo Void, yeah.
Skillet sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I just rings a bell.
Skillet is kind of they're a Christian band, but they're not a praise and worship Christian band. They're heavy. You'll hear them on the rock stations. They have a good following, and they've got this big hit Monster, and it's done in the, you know, where you, what is that, like D tune or whatever, you know, where you bring your guitar up or whatever or down.
Drop.
Yeah. And a Monster has got just a really heavy opening riff to it. I love it. But like I said, they're not a praise and worship Christian band. So you'll hear them on the rock stations. They got a big following. They're always on tour. I saw them in concert, and I felt bad because their ticket prices were way low. And I'm like, man, these guys deserve way more.
Yeah, it's hard when a band like that gets kind of pushed into that cat, like Stryper. I mean, I don't think it helped their career that much that they were, you know, a Christian rock band or Creed, something like Creed. Or
Creed. That's one of my favorites.
Mike,
I like Creed.
Creed is amazing. Great guitar player, phenomenal voice, man.
Did you like Alter Bridge, the shoot off with Tremonti?
I think that was a better band than Creed, as far as I'm concerned.
I love Alter Bridge. Alter Bridge is excellent.
Yeah, Ties That Bind. I love that song.
Man, cool.
Wow.
Oh, crap. I can't believe it's 1:47 at the moment. 62 people watching. We have 44 thumbs ups. And thanks to everyone. Thanks for showing up and hanging out with us. And
John Denver, there's another one. John Denver. I could listen to him.
Brilliant.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Some of that stuff that I was raised on that. I mean, my parents were right from the 60s and 70s. And yeah, I just remember some of my earliest memories are John Denver and Marty Robbins and Neil Diamond and a lot of those early soft rock stuff. You know?
So
and to this day, you know.
Yeah. So the beginnings of my musical journey started when I was about 3 years old, and I got to thank my mom and dad for this. They had a record called Jesus Christ Superstar. It was the soundtrack to Jesus Christ Superstar. And at 3 years old, I'd have my little toy microphone that I used to call Micah. Micah, give me the Micah. And I would sing that. I would sing that record along, sing along with that record, and that's, you know, my earliest memories. It was a lot of fun. And then I have a long, like maybe a 100-yard driveway that goes downhill. Mike, you've been here, so you know what my driveway looks like.
Yep.
So I would roll the records down the driveway.
Well, what I grew up on was my brother was older than me, so he had Rush 2112 and All the World's a Stage.
Oh, I love Rush.
Kiss, Rock and Roll Over, and Destroyer. And then every morning when I was 5 years old, when my brother would go to school, I would break out his Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, and play that song, you know, now you're messing with, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Talk about riffs, man.
Yeah, good stuff. And 2112, that was the first Rush record that I ever heard, and it was 3 records that I guess I was 12 years old. The year before, I'd seen my first Van Halen concert because I didn't know what a Van Halen was, and I went with a couple of buddies and their dads and stuff, and I saw this red guitar and, you know, women lifting their shirts, and I was like, this is what I want to do. What I want to do.
84,
and then
Dave?
the next, what's that?
Was that 84, Dave?
81. 81.
Oh, 81. Oh.
Yeah, I'm older than you people. So,
I'm 52, man.
Okay. I'm going to be 49 on Friday. So.
I got you.
But
I try to stay in my 40s, you know.
I'm the old man. I'm grandpa here. I'm 54.
All right. Well, so the following summer, it's we're out of school, and and I go to this party, and it's a bunch of kids, my friends, and it was a summer party, and the 3 records that I remember, and I remember it was Rush 2112, and it was AC/DC Back in Black, and it was Van Halen Diver Down. And those 3 records, those
could be 3 Desert Island.
It was the cassette tape at that point. Those of you that don't know what a cassette tape, they were little cassette tapes, tapes that you put in a little boom box. And,
one of these?
Yeah, one of those, exactly.
One of these?
Yeah. So I was like, that I loved Rush, and then when I heard the Van Halen, I was like, oh, I saw them last year. They were great. I didn't know what a Van Halen was until I heard that, and then I heard that record, and I was like, I'm in. Mm-hmm. That's it, done.
There's no getting out.
Yeah, it was from then on, I would put all the VH logo on all my binders and stuff.
Yeah.
Acting like a gay kid, but
So I got another obscure name for you. It's one of my favorite artists that a lot of people don't know about. You ever heard of Gary Myrick and the Figures?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, he did an album, Living in a Movie. I won it off a radio station, and I just love his style, actually. I was just wondering if you guys have ever heard of him. It's kind of obscure. But Living in a Movie's got this haunting guitar riff. It's simple, but it's just a really cool tune. Gary Myrick, Living in a Movie. Just wondering.
Wow.
Any of you guys Tom Waits fans?
Love Tom Waits.
Yes.
Yeah. Tom Waits is another one that really influenced. Well, I mean, I love the songwriting that he's, and his voice, just his style, I don't want to call it lounge, but it's like that.
Well, it is. It's loungy. When you hear his voice, you got to say, "Yeah, have another cigarette, pal."
Oh, it's such a great songwriter.
He sings like this.
It's not just lounge though. It's like heavy.
It is heavy, and he's got such a unique style.
Like you remember when Van Halen 3, when Eddie did "How Many Say I," he played the piano. He sang the lead track. He said he was doing his Tom Waits impression.
He should have left it home.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I'm going to make a confession here that I don't know what people think of this confession, but I actually love Blake Shelton.
Nothing wrong with that. The country. It's all the country.
Oh,
Good stuff.
love some of his songs. To me, are just so off the charts in harmony and stuff. I was just, I was like, I'm gonna get shot for this one. I love it.
Listen, you guys might laugh at me, but I'm in love with Rascal Flatts. I love that guy.
I love
Rascal
Flatts. Off the charts.
Flats,
guys. Anyone who's out there making music, and making real music, and making, aside from, that pop stuff. I mean, God, I respect it no matter what it is.
Whiskey Myers. Anybody know Whiskey Myers?
Nope.
No, never heard of that.
Look them up. They're hard. They're a hard country rock band.
Yeah, it's country music with distorted guitars.
Yeah, but they're really good, man. Look up Whiskey Myers. I think I would like them. And when I was growing up in the 70s, one of my favorite band was Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh yeah. Don't they do Welcome to the Show?
Yeah.
We got to work with them years ago. That was good. One of the biggest shows that we did. They had a huge set. I mean, the drum set itself was gigantic. And,
Paul Palmer's a monster.
But
Paul Palmer, and then they had Cozy Powell.
Yeah.
And who was a Keith Emerson? He had the whole Moog.
Keith Emerson. Yeah.
And their
giant Moog.
Their light show itself was amazing.
Yeah,
that's
a great band.
They were one of the first bands that had this amazing light show.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Well, long before Motley Crue had the spinning pianos and the spinning drum sets, they Emerson, Lake and Palmer had the spinning piano
keyboards. Yeah.
Keyboards, yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw ELP in the 80s with the reunion tour. So I got to see all three of them play. The original, which was
they were all the three originals were. What was it? Lucky Man was always one of my favorites from them.
He wrote that song when he was 13 years old, and they threw that in on the first album.
What a great song, yeah.
As a
That's another one my dad got me into, the Emerson, Lake and Palmer, that album.
It's ever. Great tune.
Do you guys like Alan Parsons Project at all?
Sure.
Or yes?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I love all of them.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Hell yes.
I love that Eye in the Sky. Those guys are just phenomenal.
Man,
Dave mentions King Crimson. Yes, King Crimson, Greg Lake. I love him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, King Crimson,
schizoid man.
I just met the. Sorry, I just met the. I went to a lecture the other day, and the keyboard player. You ever heard of Julian Kolbeck?
No.
You ever heard of him? He plays with Alan Parsons.
Really?
Yeah.
The Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
$1.
Oh my goodness.
What iteration of the band did he play, Johnny?
I don't know. I don't know, but he still works with them to this day. They work together.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. And where's Jay?
Dennis Brill. Phil Collins, I think, has been on tour. He's not just going on tour. I think he's already on tour.
He released a new record or a greatest hits or something, and has been
been on the road already. I think for a couple months now.
I saw him with Genesis in the early '80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's coming out here in the fall, I think, and I'm definitely going to go. I had a buddy of mine that actually saw him on an earlier date, and he said he's great. I love Phil Collins. I think he's
yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to show you 3 of my prized possessions. I got a whole box of them, but check it out, man.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wow. Good night, Dan.
Good night,
Billy Squire.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Emotions in motion.
Good night.
My original Cars album.
That's amazing.
Very nice.
There you go.
I got a whole box of when I was a teenager sitting right there in the garage, man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Man, Green Bay. Do you like the Police?
Yeah, some of their stuff. Not all of it, but some of it. Man, some of their music's real complicated too. It's some of their beats and their rhythms, it's just like, wow, how did you think of that?
Very unique band. Really, really unique band. In fact, Johnny, from rumors I've heard that he can actually get signatures from the guitar player.
Wow. I hate it when
get them. I just can't find them. I get them and I lose them.
That's an inside joke. He has something signed. He has a bunch of them. He knows Andy really well. Andy Summers.
I've met the guitar player like a billion times, and I can walk up to him and he can be like, "Oh, hey, Johnny," Actually, I was on a show called The Huffington Post. If you guys used to watch that show years ago.
Oh yeah.
That's how I started. That's one the idea is why I started doing this show, was being on another show. But it was with Andy Summers from the Police. But
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. There's video of that. But so what happened was Michael Smith and I, we went to what's called the NAMM convention a couple of years ago or a year ago or something. And the Andy Summers, his people, they asked me, well, hey, can you pick us up? There's a certain magazine that's Andy's going to be on the cover. Can you get us, a copy and send it to us? Because Andy wouldn't be going that year, And so I couldn't find them. Michael Smith found all of them. And so I had my backpack filled with like 20 copies of this magazine. And I mailed them all to Andy. And in return, they sent me back a couple issues signed, one to me and one to Michael. And for like a year now, I've been meaning to mail it to Michael, but I've got a loft upstairs. Ladder broke. I can't get up there, and I think that's where it is. So,
well, lose some weight, man.
You'll get it someday, Michael.
Yeah.
Stop eating so much. You get up there.
Next year's ma'am. I'll save you the postage. Next year's ma'am.
See that question to Johnny in the chat from Romeo Delight 90? What kind of bass is behind you?
Oh man, that's a Hondo. It's called a Fame. It's like an 80s. It's like an early 80s bass.
Mm-hmm. He's got the Fame and I've got the Fortune right here.
Man, now you just brought up another band, one of my favorites. Any Bowie fans? David Bowie?
Sure.
Yes.
You start talking Fame and I all of a sudden start playing in my head. Fame. I love Bowie. Golden Years, Ashes to Ashes.
Absolutely.
And some people hate Major Tom, but I think that song's brilliant myself.
I was just watching a movie that was in the Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Well, you got to remember when that was written. That's brilliant. It is an amazing song.
That was from the was that 60s?
Yeah,
69?
late 60s. Yeah,
yeah.
Life on Mars.
Was
Mad Dog. Don't let Michael see that. He says I sold the magazine.
Why not?
No, actually, Andy Summers, he actually signed a guitar for me years ago. I've got a Telecaster that he wrote his name all over. The video's on the channel here. I filmed it. But I don't know.
But I don't know where that is either.
Hey Dana, I think John Lennon is also a background vocal on that track on Fame.
Really?
He co-wrote it, and I think he's
what's not Fame? What's the other one that he did?
Let's Dance?
No.
John Lennon collabed with David Bowie on Fame?
You might be right. Maybe it is Fame.
Wow.
Somebody tell John Beale to look that up.
Look that up, John Beale.
Google it.
Stevie Ray Vaughan played on the Let's Dance album.
Right. Yeah.
Fame. Yeah. Fame. Lennon was on Fame.
Lennon was dead way before that Let's Dance record.
Oh, yeah.
It was written by Bowie, Carlos Alomar, and John Lennon.
So I guess the obvious question that I haven't asked, you talked about Van Halen a lot. You guys Sammy Hagar fans then?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I was just wondering. I was just curious.
No. We love all of it. We love. I think most of us we grew up on the Sammy Hagar era.
I grew up on the Roth era.
Okay.
Well, Michael and Dave.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're grandpa. That's right.
Yeah, I'm grandpa.
I lived through both, so
I know the Roth era, Sonny.
Man, that video that he did in the 90s was, oh my goodness, that was nowadays would be so offensive.
Which one?
I think it was David Lee Roth. I think he did one with like midgets with their faces painted black or something.
Oh, that's from Eat 'em and Smile.
Which one are you talking about? Oh, was it the what do they call themselves? Him and was it Ed Loeffler?
I forget what it was, but someone
the fabulous
Pete Angelus. Pete Angelus.
Where he was in the fat suit?
Yeah. Dave always had throughout the 80s he had the midgets or the little people with him.
Yeah, they were his security.
Okay.
that was the big joke.
Yeah. They fitted the ankles of the attackers.
And they gave him his Jack Daniels in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, just think about it. There's some of the stuff
in the 80s great.
all in the family. You could not put a show like that on now.
Oh no!
Sticks and stones.
Politically incorrect. Yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but you are one dumb Pollock.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I mean, one of the best shows I think ever on TV. You could not pull that off today. You just can't.
Yeah.
No.
I never missed an episode. Never missed an episode.
I watch them now. I watch it now on on Cablevision. I watch them every night.
Yeah, but there are things these days that's on network TV or basic cable that we could never have gotten away with in the 80s and 90s.
Well, it was because of shows like All in the Family.
Oh yeah,
you wouldn't see a lot of stuff now. And you know how many spinoffs there were from that one show?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, they
and also good night, Melissa.
Good night.
They pulled the Dukes of Hazzard. You can't find it anymore.
Why? Because it has a Confederate flag on the car?
Yep, exactly.
Wow. That's true. I haven't seen that in years.
That's ridiculous.
It's banned. Dukes read it on Google. I was shocked. Someone just told me. I didn't even know about this.
Well, it's like Cosby Show. You can't find the Cosby Show anymore either.
Well, that's because he's a pedophile.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you never thought that those shows like that would go away.
I'd love to see Fat Albert though.
Oh, I got one for Fat Albert. You want to hear?
Anybody remember Picture Pages?
Yeah.
You want to hear my Fat Albert impersonation?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes. Hey, it's Fat Albert. I'm gonna sing a song for you. I'm doing 10, 30 years because I put pills in women's beer. Sorry, it's all in good fun. I'm just
funny.
I knew I'd be dead when I had my 30th heart attack.
There was a big controversy over them removing the star off the the boulevard or whatever where they have the stars.
Really? Did they?
Yeah.
Wow.
but they won't remove it. And what their argument was is that once a star is given, it's permanent, regardless what a person does in their personal life. So
so it's still there then.
Gonna leave him with something.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
They have to clean it up. It gets defaced a lot and stuff. It was a little internet story that I read. Yeah, you start talking Fat Albert. I'm like, didn't mean to send the chat into it. We can get back.
Michael Jackson still has a star somewhere.
Oh, Michael. I don't know what to make of Michael because I love his music. But
well, you can make a brooch or you can make a pterodactyl.
Yeah, it was someone. There was a guy playing. Did anyone see that? The acoustic version of "Beat It." One guy on acoustic playing "Beat It." Great, just an amazing. But it was like, should I share this or not? It's a Michael, but I'm pretty sure I shared it on Facebook.
So being guitar players, do you guys like Prince?
Love Prince.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He played like 12 instruments.
Oh, he was brilliant.
Amazing musician. Sure.
He lived next to my auto mechanic over in Minnesota.
He's from was it Minnesota?
Yeah, his house faced my auto mechanics, and he knew him.
Wow,
they were neighbors. He stayed in Minnesota, and he was in an interview, and he said the reason he liked to live in Minnesota was the cold kept the bad guys out. So you knew he was kind of a little fearful for. Well,
he was a paranoid. Yeah, he was a paranoid.
Well, he has his studio in Minnesota.
Yeah, Paisley Park.
I've been to. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say publicly on here why, but yeah, I go there from time to time, and to Minnesota and Paisley Park. Yeah,
they got some big concert coming out. I think it's coming up. I don't think it's happened yet. They're gonna have them on the big screen, and they're gonna be releasing music that's never been heard before. Yep, I forget what they had a name for it. Prince is back, or.
Yeah, they were. I knew there was some controversy when after he died about what was going to happen with his archives and stuff. But supposedly he had a huge, backlist of songs he never released and all kinds of stuff.
It was rumored that the family was offered $40 million from like Sony Records or something like that, and they turned
not enough.
They turned
it not enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could. It's any price,
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's supposed to be thousands of songs never heard and actually possibly like in complete forms, that he recorded.
I heard one of them. Like one of them came out. I heard it on the radio. And they were talking about it. This was a while back. This is right after he passed away, I guess. Or like a year later or something.
Yeah, he was well known in Minnesota. Yeah, since I'm from Minnesota. That's
He's got the club. He's got the club there.
First Avenue,
where Purple Rain was filmed.
Yep.
And yep.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Man, that Super Bowl performance he did where it started raining was just wow. What an artist! Yeah. Just to go on and just
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
A shame.
And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performers as well. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, that was a great, highlight of his career. Another Telecaster user.
There you go.
And the funny thing is, it's not a real Telecaster. It's a a Tokai. Tokai.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Tele.
No, well, yeah, it's a Tele shape, but it's not a Fender.
But Tokai, those are great guitars.
They are. I'm not saying they're not, but people think he played a Fender Telecaster for all of it. It wasn't a Fender.
I noticed Dennis Brelt's asking you, what do you guys think of the Dio hologram tour?
I've heard has anyone seen that? I have not seen anything. I haven't even heard of it. Ronnie James Dio is a local boy.
Yeah, I love Dio, but I didn't know that they were doing a hologram tour.
They're actually doing that? I know there's a big controversy about the hologram thing and having an artist that's passed on come back, on stage as a hologram.
That's what they're doing with Prince. That's what the thing is. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know if that's tasteless or I don't know. It's kind of.
Well, I think.
Johnny, can I play a clip of it? It's a bootleg.
In the Discord, he's probably.
I guess that's a no.
Yeah, in the Discord.
It's interesting. It does. I mean, It looks really cool. I'd go see it.
Mm-hmm.
The technology has come a long way now. They're all sanctioned by the state, right? I mean,
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It would have to be, I think.
I've seen Ryan James Dio a bunch of time live, so.
The thing with Prince, I think the bad thing with him is he fought Sony Records for so long. That's not a company I would want to fight. I'm like, he won the rights to his, but it's funny how he passed away within a couple of years after winning the rights to his music library.
That's real cool. I'd go see that, the Ronnie James Dio.
Wow.
Hey, Jay, it's all good, man.
Yeah, another time.
One of our other friends that jumps in with us. He said he fell asleep on the floor.
Fell asleep.
Yeah, nothing better than hanging out with his little girl.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good night, Jay.
I think I'm about to go to sleep too, guys. I'm tired. Been a long day. I've been up since 6.
Yeah.
On the East Coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was really cool hanging with you.
Oh, thank you.
Great to meet you.
Let's do it again.
And by the way, David, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's my real name. So.
Oh, no shit.
No,
cool. Well, nice
Everyone
to meet
knows
you.
that. Everyone knows that. Yeah. So we're both Davids, just so you know.
What's your middle name?
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass on that one. Yeah, but it's David.
All right, good enough.
Yeah, but we're both Davids in real life, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, how do you know if mine is real life? Because I go by it on here. No, it is. It is. And my middle name is Aaron, like Elvis Aaron.
Really?
Presley.
David Aaron.
Is it the double-A-R-O-N?
Double A. Yeah, double A.
My 14-year-old, his middle name is Aaron.
Yeah, cool.
In real life, so yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Interesting.
You just sounded like Tom Waits right there.
Well, you just sounded like Robo.
You drag and you're like, my 15-year-old was.
You sound like Robo out there.
That's right.
Sounded like Jay.
Really,
a lot of times. Yeah.
Really enjoyed hanging with you. So
why don't we do it again next week if you guys are around? It's Friday's my birthday. Let's have a party.
There you go. Awesome.
Sure.
Is today Friday?
No, next Friday.
Yeah, we have to have a Nesdol birthday bash, man.
Well, Johnny will have to Twitter message me to remind me because I can't think that far in advance. But
I hear it.
I'm always available. I'll just forget things. I'll be like, oh, man, oh, no, I was supposed to be there. I rely on friends to remind me, get over to this chat right now. Remember, it's their birthday. Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Happy birthday early, by the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Early birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I hope, the stuff with your hand gets better. I really do.
Oh, it will. It will. I mean, it's painful sometimes.
Yeah.
But then it goes away and it's, whatever.
My friend's been a drummer for years and he's had many surgeries because he's just so much playing,
Yeah. The cool thing about the surgery that I'm getting on Tuesday is it's a 24-hour recovery. I can't pick anything up or play guitar or anything for 24 hours. Then I can go back to my normal life.
That's great, man. 24 hours.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodnight. I got to let the dogs out one more time. And
who let the dogs out?
Who's coming?
Dave, let the dogs out.
It always comes like that.
I knew it.
Dave, awesome as always hanging out with you, brother.
Yeah, same here. Same here. We will get together once again. And everyone in the chat, have a good night or day or whatever it is, wherever you are. And we'll see you soon.
Dave, which guitar are you taking to bed tonight? Since Desiree's
I'm not really taking anything. I'm tired. I'm going to go right to sleep. I don't even think I'm going to turn the TV on.
Yeah.
But hopefully Snickers, the little Chihuahua, doesn't. Well, I hope she doesn't keep me up like she did last night because she really misses her mom, and she's just been out of sorts since her mom went to Texas.
Totally lost without him, man.
Desiree coming back tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, I'm picking her up at the airport tomorrow. So thank goodness.
Cool.
And you know, even though I've been a bachelor for a few days, I really love hanging out with my fiance. I absolutely, we get along amazingly. Even when we fight, we get along. You know, it's over in a minute, and I genuinely have a great time hanging with her. So it's always good.
Congratulations on that, man. That's
Thank
good
you.
to hear.
Yeah, I feel lucky.
I've so many people are, getting divorced these days, and people close to me who are just going through a lot of painful.
Well, it's not easy.
Stuff.
The thing everyone needs to realize, and I'm sure people do, but they, then they forget, is being in a relationship or being in a small quarters, and I call a house small quarters because you can't get away from someone when you really want to. It's not easy. It's never going to be easy, and it never was easy.
Everybody has to make compromises.
It's very hard and taxing, and you see this person every day, and you can't get away from it. And you just have to realize that when it's hard, you just have to muddle through. You muddle through and get through it and talk through it.
Good outweighs the bad.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If it's any hope for humanity, I've been with the same lady faithfully, never cheated, almost 30 years.
That's not good. Amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a cheater either. I don't believe in it. If you're not interested in the person you're with, just
get the hell out.
Yeah.
Communicate with them. Let them know, and end it on good terms.
Leave one before you go to another.
I decided to throw that out. Just as
life lessons with Nesdal.
Yeah,
in Green Bay.
It's the truth,
Oh, truth, exactly.
Yeah. Well, get some rest, David. Get some rest.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some rest. My cat is actually chasing a little spider that's on the floor. I feel so bad because I'm about to kill this spider. I think because it's
spider. The spiders are the one insect I won't kill.
I'm very afraid of spiders. I'm arachnophobic. But it's big enough for me to go. But
I'm a case-by-case spider killer. It depends on where they are, what they're doing.
Yeah, it's right in front of me. Now. It's
what
right
they're doing.
Come on, let's see it, Dave.
Get the fuck away from me!
Oh, that son of a bitch!
Coming after you.
Step on him!
Let me get my gun out. Shoot the motherfucker.
Oh, we just got flagged for all that, man.
No, you can do some F-bombs. It's still okay. You don't have to adult restrict it.
That's what they say.
You're talking about this.
You can.
Yeah.
It's true, actually. It's true.
Yeah.
But
no, spider.
Anyway,
all right.
I'm going to split before you start your next thing.
Dave.
Yeah.
Johnny, if you're around tomorrow, let's do that. Let's do that show on all the different.
Okay. We'll still be here, man. When you wake up, we'll still be sitting here.
Oh my god,
you guys are crazy.
Dave, good luck with your surgery too coming up.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I'll talk to you all soon. Y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, guys, take care.
Night, Dave.
Bye.
Yeah, this is nothing for me. I did an 8-hour stream the other day till 9 in the morning. So,
wow.
Oh yeah, we had a huge panel. Kip 7 was out there. Megan's blog. Just tons of my friends, and we just I live stream all the time.
Yeah, one of our, because Nesdal, the other Dave, one of the reasons we started doing actually this show is because we used to just talk on the phone and just BS about guitars and all that stuff, and eventually I'm like, well, why don't we just go live over YouTube and just do this stuff? And that's how the show actually started. And that was like,
give the history how you guys met, man.
That was like what, 4 years ago?
Wow.
How'd we meet?
Yeah.
Thanks, Sonia.
Well, he was stalking me. He sent me a message on. I've got a Facebook page. It's called now it's called johnnybeanetv on Facebook. And he sent me a message one day saying, "Hey, can I call you? I want to talk to you about something and whatever." So he called me up and we would just start talking on the phone. And eventually we would just talk on the phone about basically all the stuff that we've been talking about tonight. For hours we would talk. And eventually, I had just done the show on Huffington Post talking with Andy Summers or whatever.
John, what was that The Huffington Post. I know she does. There's a whole blog, the Huffington Post.
Mm-hmm.
It comes. What
they
had a live?
They had a live show that they would do.
Really?
Yeah. And they contacted me, asking me if I wanted to come on with Andy.
Oh man.
And this was years ago. I don't think the video's online anymore, but I have it. Maybe I'll upload it to the Discord. Yeah, I'll do that. If I can, if it's big enough or if it's small enough, I'll upload it so you guys can see it. But yeah, so after I did that, I just was like, hey, you know, it'd be cool to do like a live talk show kind of thing. And so David Nesdall and I, we kind of started doing this. And then eventually other people would kind of jump in.
When was that when you guys first started going live? Because I think I found you guys in the middle of 2017, like summer of 2017. There was, at that time, there was a whole backlog of stuff that you guys had done that I was, you know, I spent months watching all the older shows.
2014, 15.
Okay, so
we were doing them.
Yeah.
I moved here to Santa Cruz in 2015. We were doing them when I lived up in San Ramon, California in 2014. I think we started this in 2013 or 14. I think. And then we started doing a schedule. We used to do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 o'clock Pacific.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. For a short time, you did that one. I was watching.
Really random, but it's Santa Cruz where they did The Lost Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Yeah. In the movie,
I've seen it 200 times. I know everyone.
Okay.
My
dude.
So you're a big horror fan?
What's it?
You a big horror movie fan?
Some of it just depends which. I don't like. I'm not like a Friday the 13th guy. Yeah. I'm not a Friday the 13th, but yes, I like a lot of horror movies like The Thing and, you know, story driven Alien, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean to cut you off there. I apologize.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah, I live
it's like Lost Boys. Isn't that Lost Boys?
I live in Santa Cruz, and actually now there's a movie out right now called Us. Is it?
Oh, I need to see that. That looks.
Is that the one? Jordan? Is it Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a movie out there right now in the theaters called Us, and that was filmed here in Santa Cruz as well, at the beach boardwalk where a lot of those Lost Boys.
For that, actually.
Huh?
I just saw a preview for that movie, Us. I think it was.
Yeah. I love Jordan Peele's.
Yeah.
It's his
all those beach scenes. All those beach scenes are right there where they did Lost Boys. Same.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But hey, if you're a fan of the Lost Boys, actually, we went. Hey, Caleb. Hey, man.
Caleb, what up?
Hello, Caleb.
My wife and I and our dog. I've got a Dalmatian named Howie, and we went hiking, actually, just down the street from here, and we just happened to run into this piece of property, this old house from like the 20s or something. And it turned out it was known as Grandpa's house in the Lost Boys.
Really?
So if you remember them
the
going
one where they pull up in the U-Haul?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can actually hike up. You can actually go to that house, but it's fenced off, so you can't go in or anything.
Well, when it came out in the theaters, me and that was one of my stoner days, you know. And we lit up every night. We went to the theater and saw it 5 nights in a row.
Wow.
And I was hooked on that movie ever since.
I remember the soundtrack. That was one of the best soundtracks from the late 80s.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I saw them. I was like right up on the stage.
People Are Strange. That was I bought the album just for that.
Man, that song I Still Believe. Oh my goodness. And even Sail Into the Night, man. Really good songs.
Yeah.
See, we're talking about music again. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, we could talk movies all night too, you know.
Oh yeah. We talk about a lot of different stuff on here. I mean, generally we're loosely based around Van Halen and EVH guitars. You know, we love all this stuff. But yeah, we'll talk about anything, about food, movies.
Well, soundtracks of music or movies is music. You know? I think I still have the tape of the Lost Boys in my tape collection out here in the garage somewhere, actually.
Yeah, I probably still have that cassette somewhere.
I'm trying to remember.
In Excess was on there. In Excess, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the rest of it. But yeah, let's check that out.
I'm trying to remember, Johnny, when was the first time I came on your show?
On here?
Yeah.
Well, it's been at least
a while.
It's been at least a year and a half, or something.
More than that, man.
Because we met in person a year ago.
Yeah.
You know.
And I was on when you did 5 nights. The 4 or 5 nights, the 3 nights. The Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I was on a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Beane, I got something I got to say to you since you've seen Grandpa's house. Nobody touches the second shelf except me. That's where I keep my root beers and my double stuffs.
Double stuffs. Oh, let me look at my phone. I have pictures of me and my dog in front of that house.
Wow.
When that was probably a couple years ago that we saw it. Let me look. Although I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
We can do that.
Okay.
Caleb, hop on, man.
I'll keep scrolling.
I'm in the garage, so it's right outside when it's late at night. You know, a funny story though. One night I went out there. I didn't know this. My youngest daughter, she's 18 though. I'm out there, and she was at the bay window at the living room, and she saw me out there. She's like,
God!
I was facing out.
Oh no!
She knew. Yeah. So ever since then, I went to the left. You know.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Oh my God! And I was like, what? That's all he said to her when I walked in. What? Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, those funny stories. Oh my goodness gracious.
So you said you have a few guitars, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. What's your favorite guitar? Which is like, I know you love them all, but which one? Show off your main axe.
Ibanez. That's my favorite right there.
Nice.
And you got to fix that Floyd though. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I got it. It's set up the way I like it to sound, you know. But yeah. What do you think? I should lower it and then
holy shit.
Yeah, I know. But
Floyd has a boner.
What you got to do is you got to tighten the springs inside the on the back. Tighten the springs. Loosen the strings. Tighten the springs. So the bridge will come a little bit more down to the body, and then tighten the springs back up. Floyds are, I mean, those floating Floyds are so different. I mean, people have gotten, you know, people don't know how to set those up. But
no, I don't. Yeah. I mean, it sounds.
But, you know, you can still use it. Obviously, you can still use it that way. It's just.
Well,
is it getting away when you're playing though?
Yeah.
At all? I mean,
I don't know. I like the way it sounds. You know.
Okay. Well, no, I'm sure it sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of.
Again, I'm playing for pleasure, so some of the subtleties I might not catch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Will it lower the action a little on the strings then, onto the frets?
Yeah, it could. I mean, yeah, I think it's just. Well, I mean, I guess you could lower the action just by lowering the bridge itself, if it has any more room to go down. But
Floyd Rose should be a little more level, kind of.
Yeah. Like this one. I mean,
show me
well,
one.
it used to be a floating one, but I put a trem stopper in the back, but
okay,
it should be flush with the.
Oh, it should be that low.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. I trust you guys, man.
But I mean, that's
not just Floyd. Any floating tremolo you have should really be
level with the body. Yeah, I mean the bottom plate of the Floyd should be level with the body.
Okay. Wow, that's a useful tip.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put a new set of strings on it, so.
Yeah, if you loosen the springs, the springs in the back.
Yeah.
That'll. Well, wait a minute. No, you need to probably tighten the springs because yours is
You need a tight
tipped up. Yeah, you need to
tighten the strings. I'll figure it out. I mean, how to do it.
Yeah,
just get it level and then retune it level, and you'll get a much better, you get a better sound out of it then.
If you look in YouTube and how to do that, there's
absolutely
thousands of videos out there.
Oh, I'm but I trust you guys. I'm hearing it right from the source. I totally get what you're saying, and you just showed me the visual there. See, I wouldn't have known that because I'm a novice, you know. But I mean, I play what I like what sounds cool.
Yeah, I remember when I was in one of my first bands. I was in, I think, a junior in high school, and a friend of mine bought a Randy Rhoads Jackson, the V, the Randy Rhoads V.
Yeah.
And and his tremolo was set up late. And this is before I knew what, but he was like, you know, I can't get this to stay in tune. I can't get this to sound good. And that was my first experience with the Floyd Rose, and I'm like, God, never again. I wouldn't buy one of those. You know, it's impossible to set up. But throughout the years, I mean, I've been able to, you know, have my own, and that I can, you know,
I took the lockdowns. I took the lockdowns off because I never liked doing the little knobs on it. You know, I still like a peg. I guess I'm old school, you know. But maybe I'll reinvent myself. I'll be doing that later. That's awesome. They're all laughing at me. They're like, "Oh, that guy's got a jacked up Floyd Rose. What an idiot!"
No, we've all been through it. Absolutely. It's such a unique invention, the Floyd Rose, that to get it where it really is, you know, perfect is almost impossible.
So,
you know, there's so many tweaks you can do.
I learned something new about my guitars every day, especially from coming on and watching Johnny's show and stuff like that. I mean, every day I learn something from all you guys. You know.
What? Tell me this, since you're so familiar with it and you guys are at that level. I mean, what's the main concept of the Floyd Rose? What's it supposed to be doing? You know, versus just a regular guitar. Is it so you can tune it from the back, or is it supposed to give an enhanced sound, or what's its real purpose?
To keep the guitar in tune while you're using the whammy bar, basically.
It's it's the main purpose is it's called a double locking tremolo.
Yeah.
So it locks from the bottom, and it has the locking nut up on the by the headstock.
Yep.
So you lock it, so it's locked, and you tune it, and you can play, and it'll stay in tune.
Yeah. So instead of tuning it from the tuning pegs, you tune it from the actual Floyd Rose, the tremolo itself.
No, I mean, I know that part, but I mean, the main purpose is to be able to do more whammies and not have to retune it when you're doing whammies.
Well, and the one you have, I mean, the other one I have isn't floating. That one was locked, but you can go backwards with it. I mean, this one you can go all the way. I mean, it doesn't. That's what I like about this, is that you can go to the up tremolo.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of the floating. This is the only one that I have that has the floating. The other one.
I never saw that, John. Tell me.
I've showed this plenty of times. My Mockingbird. This is a BC Ridge Mockingbird.
I've never seen it.
I showed this off several times.
Maybe I have.
First time I was on, I showed this off. But
what pickups are in it? Seymour's?
Yeah.
All right.
Seymour. Look at how dirty it is. My God. Yeah, Seymour Duncan's. Or actually, Duncan Designs.
I wouldn't know how to adjust the neck properly and stuff like that. You know,
YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm serious. Yeah. YouTube. I mean, just don't be afraid to noodle with the guitar, man.
Oh yeah, that was something that, you know, when I first had my first guitar, actually, when I was afraid to play with the neck, and to you really can't do much, you know, with if you're adjusting the truss rod, or if you're working on it. I mean, you're not going to break anything if you're. That's how you learn how to set up a guitar properly.
Well,
get in there with all the tools, and
you guys are inspiring me this year. I'm not shy to new stuff, you know. And I do my own plumbing. I do my own car work. Now I can do my own guitar work.
Yeah, guitars are. That was one of the few technical things. I can't work on a car, but I could work on a guitar.
If you're good at working on a car and stuff like that, the guitar will come easy to you. You just need the right tools. You need to know what you're doing, and you can pull it off.
I can change a tire. I can change the oil, but that's about it.
Well, my goal for this year, you guys are inspiring me because I've spent so many years just playing for my own pleasure, playing by ear, all that stuff. I really want to go back to the basics, going over scales, you know, and just getting back to the actual basics, you know.
Yeah. No.
You know, when you play by yourself and you play stuff you like, you just kind of you're in that mode of like, oh, do I have to learn a scale again? Let's start with B and A, and you know, so, not again. You know?
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is by ear. I really should get my.
Yeah, I don't learn a lot of songs. You know, there's the group that I play with. You know, which is the only band or whatever you want to call it that I'm the ensemble that I play with. That's the only songs that I've learned. I really haven't learned a lot of even throughout all. I mean, like you say, I play by ear. I'll play along. I can jam with anybody. I can play along with anybody on drums, bass, guitar. But as far as like what's my catalog of songs, I don't have any catalog of music that I could just, you know, play a cover of. It's but by ear, you know, oh, that's an A. I can play along with that, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I miss the guys that I used to jam with because we played off each other so well. Like my friend that was a drummer, I just started a riff and he'd like, I got it. And he'd come in with and it was just all by ear, and it was like we're making
when
up.
You get that chemistry, man. It's
absolutely.
But we didn't go anywhere, and it just, you know, it just kind of we had fun with it. We had a studio for about maybe 2 or 3 years, and we would just go down there for fun. We freaking we were in the warehouse district 24/7. You could play as loud as you want, you know, and all these freaking guys that were serious about music would be walking through the halls, you know. And
that was the best. For about a year, we had a rental space, and it was just. You can go. It was just when I was. I mean, obviously, I was in my late teens and early 20s, and I still lived at home. But it's like after all those years of playing in my parents' basement, now it's like any hour of the day you can go down to the studio, which is, you know, in my case, it was 2.5 minutes down the street. But you know, play as loud as you want. You don't have to worry about neighbors. You don't have to worry about your parents.
I see Romeo Delight saying Kahlers are a headache to work on. So is Douglas. The only Kahler I have is actually in. I
mean, it's the same as Floyd's. Floyd's are a pain in the ass to work on.
Yeah, they are.
You just got to know the unique, you know, qualities of each tremolo.
I have one in my 1982 Strat, and then I have one in.
Really, a Kahler, huh?
Yeah.
Was that factory? Did you put that in?
I bought it when I was young, and I tore it.
Or somebody had.
It has the only thing that's original on it is the neck and the body. I basically changed the entire thing, and then I have it also in my Randy Rhodes, the original Randy Rhodes, the first 1000 made of Sean has.
Have you showed that? I don't know. Is it a V? Randy Rhodes V?
Yeah. I don't have it now. Sean Silas has it right now. He's using it to put some songs. I have pictures of it, but he has it right now.
I'd like to see that sometime. I like I was saying, one of my first guitarists that I played with had a Randy Rhodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I was saying he had the tremolo that was.
Oh, your friend.
He had it for a couple months, and then he was like, I can't deal with it.
Really?
But I think even Randy never had a Floyd Rose. He always had just a regular tremolo on his. I think
Kahlers are the ones that came with it on the production.
But
model.
when Randy Rhodes himself would play out, he died in what, 81, 82?
82.
So did he ever play a Floyd Rose or a Kahler, a locking?
I think he played Kahlers. I know definitely wasn't Floyd Rose.
No,
I don't know. Look at that Kramer.
This is the first guitar I ever bought.
Oh, let's see it.
Ooh,
nice.
Look at that.
Oh, you're gonna laugh, man. This is look at what's holding the strap.
Oh, look at that.
Cool.
Look at what's holding.
You guys gotta get some eye bolts.
Look at that.
They're about the same.
Did you screw those in there?
Oh yeah.
What happened to the original ones?
They fell out. That was, you know, I'm gonna get this guy
nice
back.
maple neck.
What year?
Oh,
This was, I bought this. This needs a lot of work.
Let me see those saddles.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work.
Is it missing a couple saddles?
Yep, missing a couple of those, and I gotta get some new. I'm gonna put this guy back in order.
It's got potential though. That thing's got potential. Definitely.
This is the one that Eddie was endorsing. So when I went into Guitar Center, they were like, "Hey, Eddie's endorsing the Kramer line."
Oh yeah,
is it $182? I'm like, I think I can afford that. You know, that's what I learned on. You know,
wow.
But that's on my list to put back together. This guy, and I just always
I got neck and everything.
This is what I always had to do. I always had to be like Eddie, have my smoke up there just like that.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Green, show it off a little bit. Put it up. So let's. I want to see the neck. See how
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice maple fretboard.
Yeah.
It's got potential to come back.
Show the back too, brother.
It just needs some work. It just needs some work.
Where's that made? What's it say in a plate?
Plate says Kramer, Neptune, New Jersey. Made in Korea.
Oh. Yeah, it's gonna say New Jersey, but it's Korean.
Yeah. But I always like the look of this guitar. You know, I know it's cheap, but I always like the look. I like the black, you know, right under the tuning pegs, and it's sentimental to me. So this guy's gonna get back in order. It's on my list, man.
There goes Johnny grabbing his.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Let's see it, Johnny.
Here's my first Kramer.
Let's see it.
I wish I had mine.
Here's my first one.
Yep.
That is badass.
Right here.
Present yourself, Johnny.
Wait a minute. What is that? Like 2 pickups in the back, but not a third one?
How do I
in the front? Or what is that? Let me take. I gotta make my square bigger.
There we go. The pickup, it's called I guess it'd be called like a blade, is what you would call it. Wow. It's a DiMarzio. It's called an X2N.
Did it? And that's got the Floyd Rose deal on it. Did it come that way, or did you add that on it?
Long story. This guitar originally came with the Floyd Rose. That's the reason I got the guitar originally, you know. But the pickup, everything's been changed. The only thing original is this body. I've had this body since 1989. Everything else has been replaced over the years, the neck. But it is an original Kramer neck from the 80s.
Wow.
Kramer paste.
I start thinking of guitars like that as the way I work on cars. The guitars can be, you can pull the pickups out and change them, and you know, change the neck. You can do all that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. That guitar right there, I just slapped that thing together a couple nights ago.
Wow.
The one that's
all right.
That's the Jack Johnson.
Show it off. Don't be a guitar tease.
A guitar tease. I've been playing this thing all day, man. Actually, I did some.
So you think that's a Jackson body? Is that the same as
I think body? I think it's a Jackson.
This is a Jackson body right here. Is it the same? Does it have the little cutaway here? The little like
no.
Okay.
It doesn't look. It doesn't look as pronounced. The cutaway.
Does yours have the? Maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's got that same.
Okay, that's the same.
Yep.
Flip it back
over.
That's
Jackson.
Front again.
His?
Both of yours.
Well, it's got the little cutaway
his
right
had
here.
something there, which mine doesn't.
Yeah, but I think that I mean that's probably a Jackson trademark. The back thing there.
Are the horns?
It's a dinky, Jackson dinky. DKN2 or something like that.
Yeah, mine doesn't have that, but yeah, this is something I got. I got the body off eBay, you know, like in 2004.
It doesn't have a cutaway, like a floating cutaway. No.
Well, it doesn't have a Floyd. It's
right.
Good morning, Simon.
Hey, Simon Williams. Hey, man.
Hey, now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I'm now going to show you J.C. Penney's finest.
That's actually a nice looking guitar, man.
The riff guitar from J.C.
The riff.
Broken strings and all.
Tremolo is that? Is that a Floyd?
Yeah, it's got it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a licensed Floyd.
Yeah.
It has what looks like would be EMG pickups. They're probably passive though. They're probably not active.
Well, that Floyd looks like it's sitting properly.
So this is what's left of J.C. Penney. This guy is going to get brought back to life. I brought these all up from the garage. They're on my list to get them back to life.
I bet you that thing will sound badass once you get that chick together, man.
It doesn't sound bad. I paid freaking $500 for J.C. Penney back in the 80s, you know, or some crazy shit.
I mean, you got Floyd and you got EMGs in there.
You know, I'm sure
that's nice.
They're
nice.
passive, right? They're not active.
Yeah.
No, they're passive. They have to.
Yeah. They'll have a battery cavity in the back. That takes no battery, right?
No, this one doesn't take a battery.
It's passive. Okay.
Yeah. I always like the look of it, you know?
I like the color of it, man. It's cool.
That's a good looking,
you know, it's a classic, but yeah, you know.
It looks kind of like a Deane.
And it's badass, man. It's got chips that my kids put in it and stuff, you know? Look at that, man. Look at that great chip right there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Got character, man.
What's the switch in the middle for?
Chips all over, right?
I don't remember. I've got to crank it up. I forget. I haven't played this.
Oh,
Is it split the coils?
That's probably a coil cut for the humbucker.
Yeah.
That's probably what
someone said they were humbucker pickups or something like that.
Well, the humbucker's on the bottom.
Yeah, most likely what that switch does is it turns the bottom pickup into a single pickup.
Yeah.
It cuts off one of the coils and makes it like the other two. That's probably what it does.
Yeah.
This guy, if I restring it, it'll play. If I just restring this, put the Diodarios, it'll play. It won't be, you know, it'll sound all right, but
you want to restring it, man. I like to hear that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's a great looking guitar, man.
Yeah, it is.
Check these chips out that my kids put in it. They're like beautiful. Look at these chips right there.
Like you say, character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, I'll talk about my rock and roll fantasy.
Is it missing a tuning peg? Or is that my eyeball?
Is what?
My eyeball.
Oh, yeah, it is. One of them's broken.
It is missing one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy to replace.
It's your eyeballs, Michael.
Yeah.
That's easy. Yeah, it's very easy to replace all that stuff.
And I've got an old Fender Squire from Guitar Center, of course. So I got all cheap guitars, but you know, you guys are inspiring me that maybe you can take these guitars that have, you know, character and
you can
spunk them up, new pickups, lots of stuff, you know. You guys are inspiring me. I'll come on the show like weeks from now and all my guitars will be in order, you know.
That's great to hear, man. I'm glad. I'm really glad that
Johnny, we got to see your bass. Let's see the Hondo.
Break that out.
You want to see the bass?
Yeah, don't be a bass tease.
It's my second guitar, a Hondo.
I love this. Want to trade for a chainsaw? Douglas. Door. Oh my goodness. AI gaming, that J.C. Penney is probably better than most new Epiphones. Wow.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
Some of the cheaper guitars you can get out there are good. You know,
nowadays, yeah.
Oh, this was a budget guitar back in the day, back in the 80s, I guess. I've had this since the 90s. This one, it's called the Fame.
Look at the F, yeah,
kind of like the
Fender
F,
F.
kind of, you know.
Exactly.
But it's a legit instrument. I mean, somebody in the chat was saying somebody play something.
Hondos are good.
How about a bass solo?
Yeah, do it, man.
John Entwistle. Dun 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 dun.
Let's hear some Geddy Lee. Geddy Lee.
Who?
Geddy.
Who?
I don't want to get flagged. What can I play that won't get
best bass players ever to be born? Geddy Lee.
Bass solo for my generation.
There you go.
You can play your own bass solo.
Dun, 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 dun.
Move around.
There you go.
Kill it!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultra bass.
Man, I was ready to start singing that. Come to Johnny Beane's chat. He knows where it's at. Come to Johnny Beane's chat. He knows where it's at.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the guitar, Johnny. I mean, I know it's from the 80s, but you know anything about it? The pickups, any particulars?
All crap. It's probably a plywood body. It's probably plywood, but it's a good bass. I mean, I use it for all this. You know, I was recording with it today.
It rings out.
You know.
Yeah, it sounds all right.
Oh yeah, it's probably had these strings for probably 20 years. You know? Yeah.
Good times.
Hey,
Yeah.
anything music related, I love it.
Yeah.
AI Gaming says Hondi has some neat Les Paul copies.
Hondo had it. Yeah, Hondo had some. I had a Hondo Explorer. That was one of my second guitar. It was a Cheap Trick. It had the black and white checkerboard all over it.
Oh, really? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, in the early 80s,
one that I wish
Hondo
I still
released some guitars with stripes on them. Like
yeah, they had the red and white or red, black and white.
like it was a red guitar with white stripes all over it.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of that.
I have a question for you, since you guys are so into guitars. How would I know if I want to change like the pickups? Take that old JC Penney one. How would I know if I want different pickups in there?
You guys seeing that?
Your ears.
Am I flashing like you guys?
Flashing. Now you're flashing.
You flashing us?
What is going on?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. So what were you asking? How would you know if you wanted to change something out?
Yeah, like, okay, let's say you got an old guitar like this.
Okay.
You know, what would make you know if you'd want to change the pickups out to something different, for example? Like, what would you want to do to a guitar like this? You want to get, the little things straightened out, get the tuning peg fixed. But how would I know if I want to change, like, the pickups, for example?
Your ears, man. How does it sound? Does it sound good to you? Does it sound shitty? You have no, really, right? I mean,
yeah,
there's so many options out there now. And then if you have a particular flavor, like a sound you want, you can chase it all day long, man.
So it's just a personal preference. If I like the tone of it,
yes,
just roll with the pickups that are in it.
Like Eddie always said, if it sounds good, it is good. Is it good to your ears? Is that what you like?
Okay, so it's just really a personal preference. It's a matter of what you're running.
Yeah,
searching for, what kind of tone you're searching for,
or if you like a particular guitar player's tone, you can chase that guy, right? And if something is like really, that you really love, you can chase that guy's tone.
That's good advice. That's good advice. It's really just personal preference.
At the end of the day, that's what music is, right? You think about it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You like it or you don't, man.
Well,
John, what do you think?
Yeah, same thing. I would say if clean the guitar up, put the missing tuners on and put some brand new strings on there, plug it in, and if it sounds good to you, then it's good. But there's a lot of different pickups. Van Halen sells his own brand of pickups now, called the EVH Wolfgang pickups.
Yeah, and they're great.
You can stick those in; they're super hot. Yeah,
I saw whole sets of tuning pegs on eBay for relatively cheap.
I don't know what happened there. Am I back?
Can you hear all of us though?
Say something, John.
But I'm
you when you talk,
can you hear me?
You. Now I see you.
Yeah, you look. I can see it. Well, wait a minute. You're moving choppy a little.
Something's going on. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're a little bit choppy, but your audio is good.
Well,
your audio sounds fine.
I don't know. Something's sucking my bandwidth.
Yeah, we got spoiled because we finally a few months ago got our fiber optic. I'm like, thank you, fiber optic. It finally came.
Mm-hmm.
Took our cable company 3 years to get fiber optic.
I don't know what Wi-Fi you're using, but you were really choppy, John.
Was it really bad?
Yeah, when you
Is
first
it still bad, or
yeah, you're frozen.
I'm frozen.
Now you're moving a little bit.
Do
this, so we can see the choppiness.
Well, we can pretend it's a guy.
I could switch to my phone if I don't know if that's any better, but I don't know. It's pushing 3 o'clock. I'm almost on my.
Yeah. We tend to go till midnight Pacific, which is in 2 minutes.
Now hold on a minute, Johnny. You promised Nesdol I would be back on when he woke up.
Well, let's wake him up.
Get up, Dave!
Dave!
We got 52 people watching right now, 48 thumbs up, 53 people watching.
Nice.
Popped on. Let's get those thumbs up to equal how many people are watching, and thank everybody for
absolutely
being out here, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and thanks for. I mean, I haven't typed as much to everyone in the chat. You guys are been reading a lot of the comments. I get carried away on the panel sometimes, just talking about equipment and songs, and
Mm-hmm.
The chat room's awesome, man. I mean, everybody in the chat, you guys rock, man. Really. And I'm in there a lot too, Johnny. You know that. When you're on, I'm in there, and
yeah, spend some time in the Discord too.
Yeah, I'm gonna really dig into that Discord because I set one up a long time ago for Lunatic Dad. He was doing it, and I haven't been back in there really. I got to go in, and it was kind of alien to me, but that's the way OBS and Hangouts were. And then once I learned them, they were second.
I think a lot of people are kind of intimidated by it, or don't it for it's once you get it in there.
Really?
I got to buckle down on it and just learn how it works.
Am I still glitching out?
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. The Discord. I think we got like if you jump into our Discord, you'll see how many people we have registered. But it's like too many people, they just didn't understand it, and so there's a
lot going on in that.
There's only a handful of people that are actually in there at one time.
Well, my understanding in Discord is that people talk in their voice in there, but
you can. You don't have to, but you can. Yeah.
Is it a chat room where people are typing the way a chat is here?
You could do that, and you could talk also.
The main portion of Discord is all like either text or like images or videos.
Okay.
Like, basically what you do is you have different subjects. So like, let's say in the Johnny Beane TV Discord, we've got Van Halen guitars, we've got food, we've got selfies, whatever. So people will go to the different subjects and post, their guitar collection, their Kramer guitars, their Gibson guitars, all the different stuff. They're like, oh, it's all different categories. And then at the bottom, there's like a little chat. There's a voice section where it's like a little lounge room where if you see somebody in there, you can jump in there and you can just talk. If you have a mic, you can just talk to each other.
Oh, John, you know what you should do? You should, and you did this couple of times. After show chat.
Yeah.
So everybody's in the chat room. We can all get to talk or type, whichever way you want to handle it, just to get more people comfortable with the Discord.
Yeah. So what we would do, like with some of the people in the chat room here on YouTube, we would say, once we're done, we're going to head over to the Discord into one of the chat rooms and just talk with anybody that jumps in. And so we would do that as well for a little while, Yeah,
I'll get up to speed on that this week. It's on my list of to-dos. This panel is really inspiring me to do a lot of things. Get the guitars in order, get Discord in order. So
Awesome.
these individual conversations are not happening to the whole chat. You're having them with private people, sort of.
Right. I mean, but anybody that jumps into the room, they hear you. But you can see who's in there though. You can see. Yeah, it's not like let's say we have 150 people in the Discord total. Not everybody is hearing what we're saying because you have to actually physically jump into that room.
And if you're not necessarily talking with a lot of people you don't know, chat is okay. You can type.
I don't think there is chat. I think it's just voice. But there is most of Discord. What there really is are the different sections of categories, and I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link to my Discord, and you can jump in there and you can see what it looks like. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's not.
I've been in the Discord before, but it's just been so long. First thing I'll have to do is sign into my account, remember my password, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Some people's Discord, they make them way too complicated. So you jump in there and there's like a billion different things popping around, and it's like you don't understand what's going on. But the way that I have mine is very, very basic, and it's very easy to see what there is.
Gotcha. It's on my list. Master Discord this week. I can do it. Believe me, I'm tech savvy. I build my own computers, so I have no excuse for not master.
Do you watch any of those like the any of the YouTubers who will do the old computers, like the vintage Apples and the vintage Commodores and stuff like that? A couple of those guys I watch, like the 8-Bit guy and
not. I mean, I guess not really the vintage. I mean, I guess when I say I build my own, I build them own, but I don't write the codes on them. I mean, I assemble them. Like this gaming computer I built 3 weeks ago. I'm
loving those guys that'll take, they'll get a yard sale computer for, $10, and then they'll, and it's only running Microsoft, 95 or Windows 95 or something like that, but it's cool. You can get
I grew up with that. My first computer was
it's nostalgic. Or like a Commodore VIC-21 or VIC-20 that you used to have one of those.
You want to know how old I am? When I was in 6th grade, we used to have the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
You'd have to go sign in with the motor.
That.
Yeah.
I used to play that.
Yeah.
Oregon Trail on the
Apple IIe
on a Macintosh, and it's a little tiny green screen.
Yeah.
But it was on a huge floppy disk.
Yeah.
Like this big. You would put it.
You died from dysentery.
You got out of class for 45 minutes. You were on the rotating list for 45 minutes. You go play
Or Lemonade Stand was the other one that was like really the very first computer programs you got to play with.
But think about getting online with dial-up.
Oh man. Yeah. I used to have AOL dial-up, and I would. Oh yeah, my first computer was my real one that we bought was like $3,000. It was a 486 DX.
Wow.
Yeah, 486. We bought it for we had a restaurant.
Was that Beane?
Back in the 90s, man, we used 486. Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah, we had a VIC-20 was our
Pentium
first
4 Dell that I paid $5,000 for back in like 2000. Still works. And it was $5,000. It was worth every penny at the time.
You still have it?
Oh yeah, got it.
Oh, I love to see that, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, actually, I got 2 of them. I found one. I bought one for parts. It has the swappable drives in it, and that was so cool at the time.
Yeah.
Put a drive in, or you put a DVD drive in, and $5,000, man.
Yeah, that was my first Mac. My first Mac was $5,000. Jeez.
Here's the sound. If you guys don't remember AOL.
Oh yeah, there we go.
This is what it would sound like when you would.
Yeah.
Here we go.
God.
Oh, here we go.
Oh
yeah. Well, if it makes the ring sound, you know you're kicked off.
Man, I used to sit around for the flag to go up. You've got mail. And it was so exciting.
Got mail.
But you want to know something? This is really showing my age. I was back on YouTube when YouTube started. When YouTube, you could be on the front page for like a half hour. Everything went. It was like the Wild West.
Wasn't when YouTube? Let me think. I remember
05 or 04, 05?
2005. I remember before YouTube, I used to watch all my videos on a site called iFilm. I think is what it's called. But was it YouTube? Wasn't YouTube originally like a dating site?
Well, I don't know about that, but I remember YouTube where you could just upload, like we do now, but there were no rules. There was nudity on there. There was all sorts of stuff. And the videos would just scroll across the screen all day long. So if you uploaded and it was a slow time, you could watch your video and you're just praying, stay there, so maybe we see it,
February 14th, 2005, first day YouTube went live.
Yeah.
Just looked
the
it up.
inspiration for YouTube came from Janet Jackson's role in the 2004 Super Bowl incident.
Oh my goodness!
Get out
that was that's what it says. That's
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, that says that's what Karam, the guy who
wardrobe malfunction is why we all know each other.
Jawed, Jawed Karam was one of the inventors of, or was an early employee of PayPal. And he said the inspiration for YouTube first came from Janet Jackson's role in the 2004 Super Bowl incident.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Do you want to hear something funny that my friend told me the other day? An article he read. He said that Pornhub wants to launch like PornTube or something to that effect.
Isn't that what it is already? Basically, like the YouTube for porn.
And they want to make it. It's the owners of that. They want to make one that's like the Wild West again, where anything goes, but it won't be geared towards pornography. It would be. I couldn't believe that when I heard that. I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
What the hell would it be geared towards?
It would be geared towards. You wouldn't have to be politically correct. It would be like you could be like the Wild West again.
Say anything you want on there, and then
kind of, yeah, that's what he said. The article said. Whether that ever happens, who knows? But I thought that was so funny. Like Pornhub. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, that's
just for the record, I don't go to Pornhub.
That's like the fifth most popular website.
I've never been
in the.
I'm not joking.
It's the number one site. Number one site, I think.
In the morning.
Well, I just heard it on one of the morning radio stations was talking about, like, I think at the time a couple of weeks ago it was like the fifth most popular website in the world.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
The fifth website you visit every day?
Yeah. No, it's the first.
Just noticing out in the chat, I think it was Douglas, since we were talking about computers, was talking about Windows 7. A lot of businesses still use Windows 7, actually. Windows 7 is still relevant, even though we're all on Windows 10. Windows 7 is still relevant to a lot of people, actually. Yeah, the businesses have a tendency to be behind a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I know that was random. I know it was random.
Wow.
So you guys into computers, being into guitars, or not really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not some computer nerd. Well, I guess I kind of am, but I mean, yeah, I've been online since 1998. I guess I've had my domain name for my name, johnnybeane.com. Check it out, since 2000.
Really? Wow.
I
don't think I've ever been to your website. It's just johnnybeane.com.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get people from all over the world over there.
Wow, I'm gonna check that out right now. I'm like,
yeah. I've got a link to my original music. I've got.
All right, real quick, not to cut you off. In 2017 alone, Pornhub got 28.5 billion visits.
Wow. Wow.
Well, compared to what? What's Google?
On what day?
Exactly. That's almost 1,000 visits a second, or 78.1 million a day.
What does Google get, or YouTube?
Oh, I have no idea.
Wow.
Probably close to that.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, it's
crazy.
insanity, man.
That's a lot of porn. Man.
That's a lot of.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's a cool. Yeah, I was checking that out actually. I saved it in my favorites. I'll check that out. It's got your story on there and lots of stuff. That's cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Pornhub.
Check out his Pornhub. Yeah, check out his Pornhub channel too.
Oh my goodness! Wow. I think it would be guitar porn.
Guitar. There's a domain name. Get
that's what this is. Look, that one's on the bed.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Guitar porn. Yeah. Snatch up that domain name. Someone's gonna get that.
Oh
my goodness.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah, somebody took that one. Yeah.
Oh God,
man.
Well, yeah.
I was just reading online that story my friend told me is true. Actually, that's wow. That's
what's that
about Pornhub possibly launching like anything goes kind of site.
Well, I mean, it's like they're probably competing financially with Netflix. Like they probably make as much money as
you mean
any
Netflix?
Of those. Yeah. I mean, they can make their own. Netflix is making their own feature films now, so
when you think about
can do whatever they want.
The viewership that we just read off.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I love this platform. It's the best in the world to get noticed. It's just that sometimes the rules are hard to navigate. Let's put it that way.
What's that? Pornhub?
No. YouTube. I love this platform.
Yeah, because they're always changing. I've been here on YouTube. I've had the channel here since 2006, and
how many changes since then, man?
Oh,
too many. Way too many.
They're taking the Wild West element out of it, and they're making it more like a Netflix. They want to be sort of a. The trending section now is all the movie stars and the big groups and all. Everyone's a checkmark channel. Yeah. I remember 3 years ago, you could go to trending section in the morning. I remember one morning I woke up, there was a 17-second video of a Hatchimal that was supposedly swearing. 17 seconds. Yeah, it was, and I didn't even think it was swearing, but everyone thought it was saying the GD word, and that's a kid. And it had like 2 million views within like 6 hours.
A Hatchimal.
A Hatchimal, yeah.
What is a Hatchimal?
It's a little toy that kids get, and it sort of talks.
Oh, okay.
And supposedly it was programmed from the factory wrong. So, someone captured it, and who knows, maybe they programmed it themselves. But you just used to see that random stuff, and that's what made it so fun, It's like, what the hell is that,
Man, the first thing as soon as I heard about YouTube, the first thing I searched was Van Halen, like some of their old concerts. I searched Us Festival, and man, that was some of the first stuff I watched. Like the first day I heard about it, just looking for, and years before that, I had to go through snail mail and wait weeks and months to get like Us Festival or some of the bootleg stuff. But then 2005, I hear about YouTube, and it's like it's all there right away. Yeah,
and then I think about all the bootlegs I bought. Right, I remember.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Randy Rhodes and Eddie Van were the first two that I went out, and I spent money on it. And holy shit! Now it's free.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for being a band nowadays, because if you don't gig out or get picked up by a major recording, I mean, my goodness, you could have a one-hit wonder back in the 70s or 80s, and they had to buy the album,
Yeah.
And now, cheapers, it's all iTunes and
99 cents. Don't buy the album. I'll sell you the song for 99 cents.
Yeah, and the artist.
Buy all the bands, all the older bands. I mean, that's how they're making the money now. 2 ways they make their money: touring and merchandise. Because album sales ain't cutting it.
Nope.
Oh, not even touring. It's all merchandise.
Right.
I went to Walmart the other day, and I was looking for something. And I was like, "There's not like a CD section anymore." I was like, "Wow, it's all iTunes."
That makes sense. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Then pretty soon there won't be any.
Best Buy pulled all their CDs out. I think it was last year.
Wow.
Best Buy. If you go to your Best Buy now, if it's still there, buy something if you want it, because it's going to be gone.
They're going to be gone shortly. Best Buy and Walmart will be around, but it's going to be Walmart and Home Depot everywhere on every street corner.
Well, you know the problem Best Buy has? I read an article on that. The problem they have is people go play with their products, but then they go leave and buy them online because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
So
you want to test it out at Best Buy, then go buy it on Amazon.
That's the big struggle they have. And Amazon's killing it with their overnight delivery.
God,
I mean,
it's
delivering on Sundays.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I do it. If I go on Best Buy, I check it out, and then I go on to Walmart. I go into Amazon. I go on to just Google shopping. You know, I'm looking around to see where I'm going to get the same item that I'm looking at, and then buy it for cheaper.
But that's what they have to compete with, because I mean, you go to Best Buy and find a phone and it's $500, and you go online and it's $240. Well, a lot of people are on a budget, you know, they're gonna, you know, boom, they're gonna get it for $240.
Which is, I mean, it's good for the consumer. It's good for the consumer, but not necessarily for the
industry.
Especially the mom and pops out there. I mean, God,
they
can't compete.
Mom and pops, as far as music goes, I'm gonna throw it back to music real quick. I'll buy from my local guitar shop. I mean, if I got to spend the next
we don't even have a local guitar shop. The last one closed a couple of years ago. I mean, God, we got Guitar Center, and that's about it. Within 20 minutes from me, a half hour.
Yeah. Well, I'll pick up from a local guitar shop, and again, if I have to spend an extra.
Oh yeah, and I'd rather go to someone who's out there for that.
But the thing is, like out here, we got Guitar Center, and they don't even carry much of the little stuff anymore. Because I went there the other day for a simple little plug. We don't have that.
Yeah.
Then you go to Amazon.
I was gonna say, I just bought 3 different cable adapters from Amazon that just this week. I mean, God, they're $5 a piece. Something like a little adapter that you need, and it's so easy to get.
But normally they'd be over there, but their inventory is all thinned out because they're like, nah, we don't carry that. I had to go to Walmart to get this extra little microphone for my voice box. And I found this in the kids section, the toy section, because I couldn't find a microphone anymore in Walmart. And I thought about the karaoke machines and the kids. And I went over there, and sure enough, here's this $10 microphone in the kids.
That looks like a good mic. I mean, geez.
Got some weight to it, actually, for $10. Works great.
I got a friend of mine out here.
Show, yeah.
Ike owns Flipside Music in Denver, and he's like a local guy. And that's where I'll look to buy a guitar. I mean, I'm still going to buy online. Don't get me wrong. Because if you can't get it, but I try, I think it's important to try to at least support some of the mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's worth going to check it out and see if you can find something you like there, then it's worth buying it there.
100%.
But then again, I mean, you're not going to get the best price from them. That's for sure. You're not going to get the best price from a mom and pop store.
No. The difference of $50. Or $40. Don't get me wrong.
But that's what if it comes down to that, then it is worth it paying the extra just to keep it on. There is one mom and pop store that's fairly local, a couple times over, and every time I go in there, it's depressing. I mean, the best I can find is some picks that I like, or a set of strings or something. But they have their Epiphones and their Squires and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing about it, like what you're talking about now with strings and picks and stuff like that, that's revenue for them, right? I mean,
oh sure, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean,
that may keep them afloat just buying
exactly
strings from them.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I think the main thing with online shopping is the time. I mean, I got to run off and drive an hour. You know, I can just go online, get my tuner pegs, and they show up a day or two later, and I didn't even have to leave my house. And
the total convenience, man.
Yeah, it is. I hate to admit it, and you know, I know Walmart wipes all the local businesses out, but it's like, my goodness, me and my wife, we're on a budget. We're not rich.
When it comes down to money, you got to go with the best deal.
Yep. I'll tell you a quick story. I don't know if you ever heard it, then cut me off, but Home Depot. This is
yes.
I've heard of Home Depot. Yeah,
all right, I've heard that. Story's done. Okay,
I'm done. Yeah.
Great. I heard that one.
They sell shit, hammers. And stuff.
Go ahead, tell the story. Go on. We're on the edge of our seat.
When Home Depot came into existence, they did two things. When they were shopping around to Wall Street, they literally put up empty boxes in warehouses that they had to show the people on Wall Street, this is all a product we have. Then what they did was they went into all around the country. This is how this guy did it. They went in and set up little shops. So if you had a mom and pop hardware store, they set up a little hardware store next to it with so much money backing it up, and drove them out of business. That's how Home Depot came into existence. Google it, look it up. There's actually a movie about it.
Wow.
So yeah, but it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It worked.
Wow.
Yep. How many people have a home, a home warehouse or a home, hardware store that's within 10 miles of you? I know I don't.
We do. We have a couple of mom and pop hardware stores still around.
You mean town. Like Ace?
Yeah,
like an Ace hardware.
It's like I don't even know the guy's last name, but
well, Ace is probably the closest you can get, or at least near me. But I'm talking about individually owned.
Oh,
Home Depot's been around since 1978.
Well, the Ace, like, there's an Ace, within 30 minutes from here, and they actually stock everything I ever need. So I go there a lot for little
Ace
stuff.
Is good. They're a little more expensive, but they're good.
They're actually privately owned. The one that I use, family. They're just using the name. They're paying a royalty.
Aubuchon, do you guys have Aubuchon where you are?
What's it called?
Aubuchon, AUB, Aubuchon. That's the local chain of kind of.
No, but the Ace Hardware, all the ones I've ever been to around here, they feel like a mom and pop. The way they treat you,
locally owned,
and also, David Nesbitt is still awake.
David
Nesbitt is still awake because he's posting on Facebook right now pictures of his iPad.
Oh man,
I've just got the alert.
Oh man.
Maybe Snickers is keeping his ass up.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. Nesdal on Facebook. Yeah.
Let's attack Nesdal on Facebook, everybody.
Oh no!
I got rid of my
Facebook. No, don't do that. He'll never talk to me.
You got rid of Facebook?
I got rid of Facebook. And the reason being is a lot of bad stuff going on YouTube. And the thing I hate about Facebook is you have to use your real name. If you don't, you can only use a business page, but it's limited to what you can do with it. Twitter, I love because I can go around as Green Bay Wacky. So like
Twitter's great. I love Twitter. Twitter.
I've had Charlie Daniels say good morning to me. I've had some of the sharks from Shark Tank like my replies and stuff like that. Yeah. Twitter is a great place to reach big people. And but the thing about Facebook, it's too bad. The way it's set up, if you go on there as a phony name, like let's say you want to be Bob Anderson and you set up your account and get away with it. If someone ever
sorry, Douglas.
Yeah. If they say it's not Bob Anderson, we want proof. You have to prove to him that you're who you are. And if you're not, they close your account.
Really?
So you could have 100,000 followers gone. So, yeah. And it's sad that I don't see why they can't have you have a legitimate account where Facebook has your information, but you can be your business. So
Twitter doesn't give a shit then.
No, Twitter, you can be your business. So no problem.
Twitter is still the Wild West. Where you can
it is
anything and everything is over there.
Yeah. I love Twitter.
Yeah. I've seen you.
Michael, how do you have time for Twitter? You're on Facebook all the time. My God. Everything I look on my page is Michael Smith. I love it. I love it.
And Twitter.
You post great stuff, but
I just
how do you find the time?
My Facebook's just shut down and it's there if I ever want to reactivate it. But I'm a Twitter guy. And I do want to get into Instagram. I do have Instagram. That's on my list. It's like Discord, The thing I hate about Instagram, it's all from your phone. And I'm a PC guy. I like to be keyboard, monitor. Right. I don't want to sit there all day long on my freaking little phone,
I actually had my first unfriend on Facebook within the last couple of weeks. Something that I posted. And I'm like, really? Are you that butthurt? Did I say anything really that bad? And obviously that person did. And I'm not saying girl, guy, whatever. But
Twitter's a slow grind because when I started with Twitter, I had 20 followers. It took me almost a year to get up to 1,300. I had to keep grinding it. And I had a lot of friends that didn't have Twitter that were frustrated with it because they didn't understand how it worked. Now they're on there and they have 1,000 followers. So
I don't even know how many I have. Let me check it out. I never check the stuff out.
So you just got to be patient with it, but you can reach a lot of important people. I've talked to Corey Feldman on there. I've got
1,327 people follow me on Twitter.
Jeez. Wow, that's awesome.
You guys are nuts. That's cool. I never looked this up. I just checked it out now. Cool. Okay.
Well, come on, Michael. I mean, give yourself some credit, man. You're the captain.
And another thing, MySpace is still out there even.
Oh, God.
I signed into my account the other day.
AOL. I mean, I've been using, I think, for well over 20 years, I've had an AOL email.
My channel email is AOL. I still use AOL along with my Gmail.
That's my iTunes. My iTunes and my...
Mad Dog says I'm very rude. Sorry.
Douglas.
I'm not rude.
Not at all.
No. I'm scared to go back to MySpace because I think the last time I went over there, I got some sort of pop-up and it downloaded onto my computer.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, something bad happened from that. And so I haven't gone back there since. Plus, I'll go over to the Apple store, and I'll go over to MySpace on an iPad. It blocks it. You can't even get to MySpace over on the Apple store. They won't let you go over there.
You know it ain't good.
Yeah.
I think Justin Timberlake bought it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Justin Timberlake bought MySpace. And here's the thing, funny thing, it's still a verified website in the search engine. It's still a verified, safe, whatever that thing is that they do.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was cool for a while when they revamped it. It looked cool. It probably still does.
I just couldn't believe my account was still there. That I'm trying to remember the password I set up, and then I was in. I was like, I set this up like 14 years ago.
Oh, MySpace, that was the place. Every night, it was MySpace and Facebook. It was like Facebook. What?
Why is it still up?
Huh?
I said I thought MySpace was gone. I had no idea it was still out there.
No, it's still there. It doesn't look the same. It isn't. It doesn't look like how it used to look, where it was like, it was like the worst graphics you could imagine.
Little blocks and stuff. Yeah, it was.
The blue backgrounds with the red text.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. We're showing our age here. No. We're talking.
Everybody in the chat room. Who else was on MySpace? Who the hell knows about it?
There you go.
It was probably a year or so I was on there.
Oh,
the first
that was the place, man.
Big social media.
Back in 2000. Well, actually, before MySpace, there was a place called Friendster.
Mad Dog knows him. Romy
You guys remember that? I remember the singer in my band was like, Johnny, get on Friendster. Get on That was like the new thing. And then
friends of mine from college were like, we can have your own. You can have your own website. It's called MySpace. You can have your own website with your own kind of cool things and your own links and everything.
Alex Radford is on MySpace.
Alex, wow.
Oh, that was the place. MySpace was cool.
A lot of guys, man. Look at this. A lot of them, man.
MySpace is huge.
Not that old. I mean, a lot of people remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
MySpace was my one of my old bands. We got featured on MySpace.
Really?
On the front page. Yeah.
Do you have any video of that? That'd be cool to see.
I have a screenshot of it.
Cool.
Yeah,
man.
it says the Mayfire. It has our picture and it says featured artist on MySpace.
Yeah, you toured a lot in Mexico with the Mayfire, didn't you?
Yeah, we toured everywhere. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, MySpace was great. And then everybody just jumped, to Facebook. And then from there, it became
like it was overnight.
It became Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. And that's where it is today.
I have an Instagram account. I don't use it hardly ever. I need to, because everybody loves Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's at Instagram, and I've got to, yeah. I've got to get I'm there, but I got to just get into it. I got to stop being resistant to it. Resistance is futile. I got to,
love me some Star Trek.
Oh, don't even go there. I'm a nut. I watch Star Trek every day of the week, every single day.
I love Star Trek.
That and the Twilight Zone.
How about this? This show? Remember this? Because you're a little older.
Oh. Is that Lost in Space?
Lost in Space.
You're not gonna believe this. I was just watching it today, Billy Mummy.
I love Lost in Space, man.
Yeah.
Is that Danger Will Robinson?
Danger, yeah. Yep.
Danger Will Robinson.
The first season was kind of dark too. It's great, man. Dr. Smith was a bastard.
Okay, wait.
Wasn't the whole series kind of weird? Like these.
It got crazy as it went on.
Danger Will Robinson.
Yeah, wasn't it like the old professor would like take the kids on adventures and be like
they remade it on Netflix.
I saw that. In fact, I had the whole first season, and I think they canceled it after that.
Yeah, I'm old Star Trek, Voyager, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine. If it's Star Trek, I've seen it, been there, done that, love it.
So you're hardcore. Hold on a minute. Which out of all of the iterations of the show did you like the most? I'm original Star Trek and Next Generation.
Original and Voyager, actually.
I never got into Voyager that much.
That became my favorite. I just love that cast. I just did. It grew on me.
Are you watching a new one on CBS now?
My wife signed up for that CBS All Access, that Discovery. I didn't like what I saw. It was so, man, all the CGI and the bright lights and all the, I
remember watching the first episode. It was on, free TV. And then they were like, the next episode, pay for this. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Johnny Beane's like, can we talk music again, please? For the love of man.
Let's talk Star Wars, man. I never got into Star Trek.
I haven't liked it since Disney bought it.
Did you guys see the new trailer?
The teaser?
It looks good.
For the new one?
They say it's going to.
I feel like I'm going to cry when I watch that last of the Skywalker series. My God, I mean, it's been Star Wars has been with me since I was 3 years old, 77.
Yep.
And the fact that this like, you know, the Skywalker saga is coming to an end. Honestly, I mean, and Mark Hamill's going to still be in it, and Carrie Fisher's going to be in it, you know, albeit, you know, posthumously. But watching that trailer, I mean, it almost, I mean, it really did kind of bring a tear to my eye, just thinking that's the last one of you know, the saga that's been around for 40 years, 40 plus years.
You're talking about this trailer, right?
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Is that the newest? Yeah, the new Star Wars trailer looks pretty good.
I mean, the last couple few movies, I really I know. Well, actually, no. Actually, the last 20 years of Star Wars really hasn't been very good.
Well,
you know,
I said it when the last movie came out. You know, it's been with me since I was since some of my earliest memories. Star Wars will be with me
too
until I die. You know, it'll be there for the rest of my life, no matter what, good and bad. I mean, I watched Phantom Menace 3 times in the theater, and you know,
I saw it 14 times.
Oh my God.
I slept through it like 11 times.
I haven't watched it since probably 2001, maybe, since the DVD came out anyway. But still, even those, I mean, you know, the prequels, I can still appreciate.
I did like the you know, where Anakin becomes Darth Vader. And I got to admit, I thought that was the best scene out of Star Wars, when they're fighting and he says, you know, they have that heart to heart, you know, while they're on the lava planet,
the volcano, yeah.
You know, and he's telling me, I loved you, Anakin. I got to admit, I cried. I actually cried when that happened. I was like, I'm crying.
When the Force Awakens, what was it? The Force Awakens, the first one of the newest series, when that came out. No, was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh yeah, Force Awakens, Last Jedi. So yeah, when Force Awakens came out, oh my God, watching that in the theater on IMAX, and it brought a tear to my eye. I mean, God, it was so nostalgic, and so, I mean, even though now looking back, it's like they put all this stuff in just to be nostalgic for nostalgic's sake in a lot of cases. But
think of how brilliant the writing is, right? I mean, the first Star Wars that we all saw was not the first, right? I mean,
George Lucas, well. That's what he says. That's what he says.
Oh yeah, but
he did have a bigger vision. He did have a bigger vision from the beginning of the entire series.
The movie, the story for Star Wars is that there's so many other movies. It's the same premise. Same thing.
Adventure. You know, what was it? The Seven Samurai, or some of those old samurai movies, and even like the World War II movies and all that he took inspiration from.
Do you want to see my Star Wars impression?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
All right, here it is. You'll get it, I hope, if you're Star Wars fans. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
No, hold on. Here it is. Go
ahead.
I can see it.
Okay.
The hat.
Lord Vader, they got away.
Yeah.
One of the best things. One of the best.
Sorry. This is my hat. That reminds me of the guy when he goes to Vader and says they got away.
How about baseball?
Oh my God.
The Schwartz.
The
Schwartz.
There's Schwartzy with you.
Oh my goodness. Now we've gone to the dogs. Now we're talking the Schwartz. Don't even next thing we'll move into Airplane. I speak jive, you know.
Oh, don't call me Shirley.
It's a bad week to quit drinking. Bad week to quit sniffing glue.
Oh my God. What a great freaking movie.
Oh my.
What does Nesdal always say? He keeps quoting a line from that.
You will live longer,
right?
Airplane. You will live longer if you quote lines from Airplane. It will make you laugh so hard.
Oh man.
Aren't you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? No, kid. I'm the co-pilot.
You ever seen a grown man naked, Johnny?
Oh, that's the one he says, right?
Oh, yeah. Peter Graves. That is horrible.
Peter Graves, yeah.
Oh, that would never fly in today's society.
You like gladiator movies?
Oh, man. I love it when they line up to slap the lady who's having a nervous breakdown, and they're coming with a gun, a rope. But you know.
Oh, that is hilarious! The nun, she has the brass knuckles. They're ready to beat the shit out of the.
Oh boy!
Hey, do you know where the forklift is? Yeah, it's over there. Then the plane flies into the window.
Yeah, they just put every crazy idea that they could come up with. Who was that? Was it Harold Ramis or who was the director on that?
Harold Ramis,
John Landis.
Oh,
which one was it? I don't know.
Kids would never get it. Kids would never get the comedy nowadays.
Oh my god. Oh, guys, it's been a good night. I'm gonna have to call it real soon.
Where the hell you?
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to a friend of mine. We gotta talk. I mean, you guys are friends too. I mean, I didn't mean it that way.
We've been talking all night, right?
Yeah.
Go talk to your own friends, Green.
Yeah.
No, Green Bay. It's great to meet you, man.
Yeah, awesome to meet you, brother.
This was an honor, Johnny Beane, to invite me up here. I really,
thanks for sending a bunch of people our way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they'll see you, and I hope some of them followed you and they'll come back. I know some of them left after a little while, but some of them stayed for a while,
Yeah, channels, man. Subscribe to Johnny's channel and subscribe to Green Bay's. I'm subscribed to you, brother.
I just did, yep.
So subscribe to each other's channel, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, you've been so great today because I know we've been talking to each other and not talking to you guys as much. I shout out to the chat.
Chat room rules,
absolutely.
Man. Chat room rules. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody rules.
Everybody rules.
Everybody rules.
Everybody
rules. The chat room, man. The chat room.
Hashtag everybody rules.
Hashtag everybody
chat room carries a lot of control, though. It drives the show, moves it. So it's important, man. 100%.
Well, remind me on Twitter next week about David's birthday. I'll make sure that drop by for that.
Okay, cool.
And even if you got a full panel, I don't mean you have to. I don't expect that you invite me on. Either way, I'll come to the chat or be on the panel, whatever you decide.
Cool.
But I'll just or if you remember to remind me, I'll try to remember.
Next Friday. next Friday. What time are you in?
He's in Wisconsin. So is that Central?
Central. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Whatever time. I mean, I can make time. So
that'd be 5. That'd be 5 o'clock your time then.
Okay, it'll be earlier in the afternoon then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, Johnny? You going to 4?
On Fridays?
Yeah.
5.
5.
So it'd be 5 o'clock here.
What time zone are you in, Johnny?
I'm in San Carlos.
Oh yeah, Santa Cruz, right? We were talking about the Lost Boys.
That's right. Yeah,
San Carlos.
Losing
that place doesn't even exist. Yeah.
Okay, you be 7 o'clock. I'm sorry. Because I come on at 6 o'clock is my time.
So
I'm out.
It'd be 7 o'clock ish.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So set yourself a reminder: 7 o'clock Friday, Johnny Beane.
Yeah. Guys, this is just so awesome hanging out with you, just talking about music and bands and guitar. And I learned, you guys taught me stuff tonight about my guitars, and it's just really cool. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Fun night.
It was great to meet you, man. I mean, I've been watching your stuff for a long time, and you see me in the chat, and yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm just trying to make people laugh,
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to be
the world needs more of those people. Yeah.
Just trying to cheer on the small channels to keep going and get some eyes on them and stuff like that. A lot of times people don't understand, like even with my channel, it's like, I even say it all the time. I'm not telling people to like smash red buttons and sub to sub. I'm telling people get to know each other, talk to each other, click those 3 dots, go to the channel. If you like what you see, hang with them,
Mm-hmm.
So, small channel, it's only got like 50 subscribers, and all of a sudden they get 100, and they're on, just so happy, you just make their day, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to check out your website too, Johnny. I saved it in my favorites. That looked really cool, actually.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm going to head out myself.
Me too.
Gonna sound cliche, but I gotta leave this way. Rock and roll, man. I loved all you guys.
All right. All right. See you, man.
Yep. Thanks so much.
Green Bay.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody. I can't talk anymore. I'm getting
I'm on my way out.
I'm getting yelled at. I can't say anything. So I'll just say johnnybeane.com.
johnnybeane.com.
Everybody, go to johnnybeane.com. Subscribe to the channel here. Click the bell.
Johnny Beane and Green Bay and Michael Smith and everybody else.
There we go. All right, you guys take it.
Hey, who's still with us? Good night, Sean Zimmerman, Sonia, Alex Radford, Douglas. Good night, AI Gaming. Who else? John Mahonic. Oof. And geez, there's only Michael Smith and the same people have been chatting over the last. Anyway, good night, all. We still got 43 watching.
Good night.
Everyone, Mad Dog,
Romeo Delight, Simon Williams, Axel Radford,
Nightbot.
Nightbot.
Man, there's like 4 people chatting in the last hour. Simon Williams.
Nightbot.
Happy Sunday. Happy spring to everyone. And thanks for watching. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny, as always, brother. John, great hangout.
Thank you.
Always
Absolutely. Always fun. Straturday night.
Thank you, everybody. Straturday Night Live.
That's right.
All right. Somebody say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. See you later.